Doja. Slowly compact, speeding up the heartbeat, banging in the chest. When you put it on me, you relieve my stress. You got me so high, taking deep breaths. You get me so high, you get me so high. I know you ain't a drug, but you get me so high. You get me so high, you get me so high. I know you ain't a drug, but you get me so high. You get me so high, you get me so high. I know you ain't a drug, but you get me so high. You get me so high, you get me so high. You get me so high, you get me so high. You got me so turned up. You still gotta be so high. Weed always on my mind. No, he always on my mind. Doja. Know you want some of this part. You ain't gotta say a word. Just walk that, let's get burned. It will roll up 100 fucking blunts. All up in my mouth now. All up in yo. This nigga got pounds of it. All up in his trunk. Now we both look Asian. He waving and I'm drunk. I got dank shit in my cup. You know what I'ma do to you? I could give reviews to you. Blow, we X, and we sipping on that juice. That's just what she choose to do. Slowly compact, speeding up the heartbeat, banging in the chest. When you put it on me, you relieve my stress. You got me so high, taking deep breaths. You get me so high, you get me so high. I know you ain't a drug, but you get me so high. You get me so high, you get me so high. I know you ain't a drug, but you get me so high. You get me so high, you get me so high. I know you ain't a drug, but you get me so high. You get me so high, you get me so high. You get me so high, you get me so high.
POV.
I can't tell where your hair ends and mine begins. If I had a boy's tattoos, I would think that it's your skin. If I move too quick, that's true, I would think it's my reflection. In this cold season, close enough. You could tell every time we touch, every time we up. Wish you could feel me, cute apartment. One bedroom, right where your heart is. Each space feels broken hearted. Cross the bed, feel way too far in. I know when they see just one, do they see us too? It's when I'm melting to you. I'm melting to you. It's when I'm melting to you. Melting to you. Melting to Imagine you're ready for love and chase up and down. Hoping that that secret spill out your mouth and inhale, exhale, breathe in. With every breath I'm sinking in. No way to describe it. I'm a riot. If I wake up and I'm somehow beside you, instead of beside you, this shit is surprise you. You don't even notice. Don't need to remind you. Wish you could build me a cute apartment. One bedroom, right where your heart is. Each place feels broken hearted. Cross the bed feels way too far in. I wonder when they see just one, do they see us through? You
a fiasco.
Hey, Century. There are times when I look above and beyond. There are times when I feel your love around me, baby. I'll never forget my baby. When I feel that I don't belong, draw my strength from the words when you said, hey, it's about you, baby. Look deeper inside you, baby. Dream about us together again. What I want us together again, baby. I know we'll be together again. 'Cause everywhere I go, every smile I see, I know you are there, smiling back at me, dancing in moonlight. I know you are free, 'cause I can see your star shining down on me. Time will share again. Makes me wanna dance. Say it loud and proud. All my love's for you. Always been a true angel to me. Now above, I can wait for you to wrap your wings around me, baby. Wrap them around me, baby. Sometimes hear whispering on my pain. No worries, will you ever see my baby? I'm so happy for my baby. Dream about us together again. What I want us together again, baby. I know we'll be together again. 'Cause everywhere I go, every smile I see, I know you are there, smiling back at me, dancing in moonlight. I know you are free, 'cause I can see your star shining down on me. I'm better. Can't even pretend like I don't want it again. On the brain all the time. Thinking about the things that we did. You did something. Shit like this don't happen too often. It's the way you put it down. I don't want no one else around. Got me taking a step on the wild side. Cutting all ties with them other guys. Where you in my eyes. Loving me nice and slow. You made me wanna go. Call it up now. Just to put it down on you. You made me wanna be
at 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 for my earnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. I try to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I try to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind. My mind, it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need. Right, yeah. I really need time now. I need to free mind now. I really need mind now. I need to free my mind now. I really need time now. I need to free mind now. I really need mind now. Yeah. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Send me in love that you cannot mix. One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Finding a way where you cannot see. Man with this system, he cannot pray. I need to find relief. But behind my mind, it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need. I really need my dog. I need to free my dog. I really need time now. I need to free my mind now. I really need time now. I need to free my dog. I really need time now. Oh, yeah. Just let me free, freer than the open mind, farther than the eyes can handle, freer than the ocean now. Yeah, yeah. So set me free. Now I need to find relief. Set me to the open sky. Now I need to free my mind.
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing bossed up and not changed again. It's my big bronze boogie got all them girls shook. My big fat ass got all them boys cooked. From dollar bills, now we popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance like, yeah. Flexing on the gram like, yeah. Hit the little John, okay. Oh yeah, we dripping the investigate.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Yeah, I know
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? Come on in. Come on in. Double tap that screen, to like the live stream. Happy Monday, everybody. So good to see y'all. Seemed like I just seen y'all last night. Y'all come on in here. Hey, Miss Marge. That's what I like to see, Miss Marge dancing early in the AM. Thank y'all so much for supporting this live stream. I appreciate y'all being here. Even though what we're about to talk about is pretty sad. It's just too much. It's a lot. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I'm trying to see. Hey, Miss Carla, how you doing, boo? Hey, everybody in the chat. I'm trying to figure out if, cause I'm thinking I need to tell y'all that we probably won't be back on this channel. Thank you, Miss Lynn. I need them. I need them, Miss Lynn, and same to you. I also need prayer because Miss Lynn, I'm gonna tell you, uh, I'm struggling right now. Um, yeah, I'm struggling right now to, how can I put this? Yeah, I'm struggling right now not to uh let my lower self take over. My spirit, if that makes sense. Hey, Latoya, good to see you. Little stuff will come out early into the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time. Thank you, Ms. Lynn. I appreciate that. Yeah, because you know, I appreciate y'all supporting this live. We're gonna get into the content. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful day. I really, really do. And I'm going to. I think I may need to put up a trigger warning for this live. I hadn't put up a trigger warning in a long time because I think most of you that support this channel on a regular basis know that most content that we do on this channel requires a trigger warning. I think I should put it on a banner and just let it scroll, because this channel, you know, I think pretty much everything we talk about over here is like a trigger. So, but I did want to put that up today because y'all know when it comes to the kids, when it comes to the babies, that's it, taking the content on a whole nother level, right? And I'm gonna be honest in saying that I don't know full details about this story. I just saw it. I think it just broke yesterday. I think. And y'all know over here I do a lot of live reactions. I listen to content. I listen to videos in real time with y'all. Y'all get my real time raw reactions. So this is gonna be one of them days because I did not even the people that I react to 9 times out of 10 I trust their content. I rely on their content. I respect their content. So I have no issue with playing their videos and reacting in real time. So with that being said, I know most of you have seen where there was an incident in, I think it's Louisiana, to whereas a man got it in his spirit to unalive 8 kids. 7 of them was his, I think, and one was not. And I think he also shot the kid's mother and her friend. But we're gonna get more into detail about it. We're gonna listen to the videos that have been put out here, like it's all over the news, it's everywhere. And I think it's pretty sad. And the first thing I want to say is RIP to the beautiful children that were taken away from here, and prayers up for the 2 surviving victims. Um, so y'all send up prayers um, for those babies. You know, I don't understand how a human being can take the life of 8 kids, much less 7 of them being his own. But I guess we'll get into it and we'll see what took place. Oh, Miss Margie, you know I got you. Thank you so much for the support, Miss Margie. I appreciate you. I'm trying to get your comment up here. Did I have it up? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I'm putting it up and taking it down. Yes, Miss Lynn. Yes, Miss Lynn. Thank you so much. Y'all pray for these families, man. Um, yeah, thank you for the support, Miss Marge. I appreciate it. So let's listen. We're gonna get into a couple of videos today. Um, I always start something and don't finish it. So what I was telling y'all is I'm trying to see if today, after today, we won't be back until Friday. I might come tomorrow morning early, if I can. If I can, I won't. So I don't want to promise it, but I want to say it's a possibility that I might try to come early tomorrow morning. But I know after that, I definitely won't be back until Friday. Okay. I'm gonna miss y'all over here. I'm gonna miss the content. I know a lot is gonna be happening while I'm gone, and I'll try my best to keep up with it. Save it, and we can talk about it when I come back. There's so much going on. We got other cases that I want to break. We got cases that are broken that I want to continue talking about. We got this. It's just a lot. Like I say, when it comes to this channel, the content is never ending, right? And so yeah, that's the plan for the week. I will try to come tomorrow morning. If I don't, I couldn't, but I will definitely be back on Friday. Okay. So with that being said, the first video we're gonna get into is the family. Of course, y'all know I love this channel. Anytime anything breaks, I go to specific channels. Whenever something breaks out in the news, I go to specific channels to see if they've done a video on it, so I can react to it. Because, like I say, I like the content, I love the content, and I respect the content. So let me go share, because I think, oh, excuse me, coffee, y'all. I think the other day I actually forgot to share out the content that I was using. So I'm making sure I do it this time. Okay. So let me share out the family. Y'all go over there. If you do nothing else, please go over there and like this video that we're about to react to. And if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Support the channel. Um, mm, share. All right, so it's shared out on my wall. Y'all go over there and check out the family. Um, they dropped this video I think on yesterday, and you're talking about what they have named this is the Louisiana mass shooting. So let's see what we can find out, y'all. Let's go. Make sure if you're in the live, you double tap the screen to like the live stream. If you're not a subscriber and you enjoy the content, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure double tap the screen to like. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell so you'll be notified each and every time I go live, okay? All right, let's get into it, y'all.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Hold on. I don't want it too fast. I want y'all to be able to. Okay, I got it on. Okay.
It's tender, and they don't know how to just let it go. For real. Yep.
Night.
Killed all them kids, bro. Then he went around on Harrison
Morning.
and shot 2 more females in the head. They fight for their life. I'm just glad he didn't kill that man that he jacked. When I rode through here last night, they were stopping me. Somebody where I stopped, and the man was on the corner. Buku police is right here. Said, man, the man pulled him out of his car and everything at gunpoint.
Right now, we have at least 10 individuals that were struck by gunfire last night in a domestic disturbance. 8 of these individuals are deceased. The ranges of the decedents are from 1 year of age to approximately 14 years of age.
Fam, it's Sunday, the Lord's Day, depending on your beliefs. But unfortunately, today we're not coming together over peace. We're coming together over a developing situation out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Now, within the last few hours, reports have surfaced about a tragic situation involving multiple children, allegedly at the hands of their own father. And I'm going to be real with y'all. These are one of those stories where the details are still coming together in real time. Because while some sources are saying it was strictly his children, there's also speculation circulating that other kids, possibly even related to him, may have been involved as well. Now, as of right now, that part has not been officially confirmed. So we're going to take our time and see what we actually can verify as the video goes on. But even without that, what's already been reported is disturbing enough. We're talking about a man who, according to his social media, looked present, looked active, posting with his kids, showing moments, even making a post less than 24 hours before everything allegedly went left with his oldest daughter. Since then, neighbors have started speaking out, people close to the situation giving early insight into what may have actually happened behind closed doors. And like always, before the full truth comes out, social media is already trying to piece together the motive. Now, I took the time to look deeper. Property records, background details, even connections tied to the household. But what's starting to surface raises a major question. How does something like this happen right in front of people without anyone truly knowing what's going on? Today, we're going to break down everything that's being reported, what can be verified, what's still speculation, and where this case stands right now, all while paying respects to the lives affected. If you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. It's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful tools. And one of the main tools lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you switch over with Current. You get a full set of features like in your money, $5 for interest straight to the side. Order your Current, unlock 70. If you ever feel like help you guys to remember, I'll give you finances. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Let's check out the video. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I'll give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, me Shamar Elkins. Some reports suggest he 31, some reports suggest he's 66. Let's just aim towards the 66 for now.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna slow him down. I'm gonna slow him down just a little bit. Then, as though I have not heard this, and so I want to get the details. Let's see. Yeah.
Finances. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Let's check out the video. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, me Shamar Elkins. Some reports suggest he's 31, some reports suggest he's 66. Let's just aim towards the 66 for now. It's a man with 8 children. And on his Facebook posts, it seemed he got 3 pictures, a lot of reposts, and some would say with subliminal answers, all while in a relationship. The mother of his kids and the woman he was in a relationship with was Sanika Elkins. We know at least at Easter, they was together celebrating with their children as they posted pictures on Facebook. But Shamar had a way of saying things on Facebook without saying it, quite frankly, getting away with it. He reposted a post that said, "Dads, if you could go back in time and have kids with a different woman, but still have the same kids, would you do it?" Shamar responded, "Hell yeah, I would." That was March 8th, 2026. And mind you, that wasn't just his kid's mother, but according to Shamar's Facebook page, they've been married since April 9th, 2024. That was his wife. Now, one of the 3 pictures that Shamar has posted on his Facebook, it's a picture dating back February 13th, 2026, with his children eating seafood with the caption, "Yeah, laugh out loud. Nah, it was a good time last night. Personally, I don't like them. No taste." The second picture, as we mentioned, was the Easter picture with his kids. This time his wife wasn't in the picture. I'm assuming they was taking turns taking the picture. But he quoted, "Happy Easter. Had a wonderful time at church for the first time with all my kids. What a blessed day." The third and final picture, Shamar wrote, "Laugh out loud. Took my oldest on a little one-on-one date. Had to catch her down bad. Looking back, that innocent young girl didn't know that might have been her last and final meal with her dad. But over the weekend, it seemed like Shamar had a fallout with his wife. She was allegedly done, and that's according to people who was close to the scene. The couple lived on a 300 block of West 79th Street, and on April 19, 2026, police responded to reports of a shooting just after 6 a.m. following a report of a domestic disturbance. Police say Shamar killed 8 children in domestic violence shootings at 2 different homes on early Sunday. One of his wife, and the other one, people not knowing, it was his sister. Thank God as of now she survived, but he also shot 2 of her kids as well. The victims range in age from 1 to about 14 years old, according to the local police. They said a total of 10 people were shot, and Shamar later died after a chase with officers who shot him after he stole a car while leaving the scene of the shooting and was followed by police. Not Shamar, but may all 8 of the kids rest in peace. A love of condolences to their families, man. And I'm sending loving prayers for the other 2 unidentified people. including his sister, for a speedy recovery.
I can tell how you drive, know your people. That's fucked up, cuz.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's up.
All right, so boom. So this tender dick ass nigga and killed these fucking babies and killed all these fucking people because old girl wanted to leave him. So last night I came through the hood and I rode through here. He jacked a person out of his car. He jacked somebody right here on 79th. He jacked him. You hear me? But the girl wanted to leave him. The girl wanted to leave him alone. And, you know, that nigga just went crazy. Killed all the babies, killed all the kids. Went around down Harrison, shot 2 people in the head. Both of them fight for their life. So, that shit just crazy, man. This man done killed all them damn kids. The little boy tried to run. And he got killed. One little boy tried to get on top of a house. He got killed in the backyard. Like, man, this nigga done really went crazy. All over female. All them kids, bro. That shit crazy, bro. 8 babies. Then he went around on Harrison and killed 2 people. He dead now. They killed him in Bossier. Nigga named Shamar. Yeah, bro. And they killed 8 kids all over female. All this was over female, cuz. This shit crazy. All this was over female, man. The nigga did all this for a female, cuz the female ain't want to mess with her no more.
Then they went around the car, shot 2 more motherfuckers. Hijacked the car. Went around the car, shot 2 more motherfuckers.
Then went to Bossier and they killed him. I know. I rode through here last night and there were Boogle police right here, but they ain't saying nobody no kill. They just said somebody jacked the old boy out the car. Man, that shit crazy. Yeah, I glimpsed this scene. Man, they said they had black body bags all over the street. Number kids, man. It's crazy, cuz. How this man, the real deal, take some kids' life over a female, bro. Them kids ain't had nothing to do with it. Nothing. Man, they said they had body bags just lined up. Yeah, man. It just fucked the hood up. It's fucked the hood up, man, for real. Why would you do that to them kids, bro? Out of all people, man, you'll kill some kids over a female. Then he went around on Harrison and shot 2 more people in the head. Now they fighting for their life. But everybody that was in that house, they dead. Yep. So with 8 kids and 2 adults. Man, y'all watch what niggas y'all have around y'all for real. Cause them niggas be y'all crazy sign like one of the kill trucks. Hijacked the car on 79th and then went on Harrison and killed 2 more people. This nigga killed 12 people in one night. He had a high-speed chase all the way from City Road to Bossier, and they killed him in Bossier. I wish that nigga would've went to jail. Let them niggas handle him. He wasn't even gonna eat, sleep, none of that. Man, that's crazy, y'all. I don't even know who Shamar is, and I ain't care to know who he is. That nigga is a man. That's a crazy boy. Yeah, well, whatever he killed, whatever happened, he just killed some kids. That's a crazy boy. He can't get no needle if he dead. Yeah, they killed him in Bossier. Yeah. And that's crazy. He killed their sister kids too. Man, that's still crazy, boy. It's crazy, boy. Man, the kids got to do with it though. Kids ain't got nothing to do with it, cuz kids innocent. Yeah, bro.
Right now, we have at least 10 individuals that were struck by gunfire last night in a domestic disturbance. 8 of these individuals are deceased. The ranges of the decedents are from 1 year of age to approximately 14 years of age. All of the deceased in this case are juveniles. The individual responsible, once leaving this scene, performed a carjacking right here in close proximity to the corner of West 79th and Linwood, at which point in time, Shreveport Police patrol officers got behind that vehicle and a chase ensued. The vehicle was chased into Bossier Parish, and at which point in time, Shreveport police officers did discharge their firearm, and that individual is deceased. We do believe him to be the only individual that fired gunshots at these locations here. He is deceased, and Louisiana State Police will be taking over that portion in which the Shreveport police officers discharged their firearms. So we don't have any more information on the shooting that occurred in Bossier. What we can tell you is this is a domestic disturbance here in the 300 block of West 79th Street. This is a very large scene with multiple deceased children present, and so we're going to ask for your patience in us getting information out. We will release the name of the suspect that is deceased when we have made the proper notifications. We do know that some of the children inside were his descendants, and so once we are sure of everyone's names and ages and the proper channels have been notified, we'll be releasing all of that information.
You know, as we head out of here, sometimes we wonder, man, when we do these stories or at least read them or report on them, so what could possibly go through someone's mind? And to be real, fam, those are questions we'll never know. Because like we say, we can know somebody up and down, but the day they make that one decision, it's like you never knew that person. And if what the neighbor was alleging that all this is because she was done, ain't no sympathy in the world for Shema. As more developed, I keep you guys updated. I do want to send love and prayers once again to the families and the victims and anyone else who was affected by the story we just went over. And this was the story of a Louisiana considered massacre involving 8 children, 10 shot, 8 dead. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right. So, we're gonna go to callers next. Callers did a video. It's 2 hours long. I'm thinking it has news coverage and things of that nature in it, but we're gonna react to it. I don't know how much talking I'm gonna be doing. We're just gonna be listening because I'm trying to get all the details. And just like Tanya say, it's like you hear different things. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as who the other 2 adults were that was unalived. I know not unalived, but I'm sorry, injured. I know one of them is definitely the wife or baby mama or whoever. So we're gonna listen. Like I said, make sure y'all double tap the screen and like the live. Thank you for supporting. Let's listen to, and I'm gonna share Carlos out on my wall too as well. Y'all make sure y'all. All right, so let me. Okay. All right, let's listen.
We're standing in this place again. There are 8 children that are deceased. I can't be strong for you. I think about the mother and what this family has lost. I think about this community and what this community.
All right, so boom. So this 10 of the ass and killed them babies and killed all these people because old girl wanted to leave them. So last night I came through the hood crazy, man. This man, all them damn kids. The little boy tried to run.
Right now, we have at least 10 individuals that were struck by gunfire last night in a domestic disturbance.
All right, what's up with y'all? So look, man, I'm back again with another video right now. Look, this situation right here has the internet on fire. I've been getting nothing but inboxes from different people, tags, just a lot of different stuff from different people. Y'all been sending me videos and clips and stuff like that, and I just simply want to say I appreciate y'all for doing that, but I got to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that I'm bringing the correct information to the internet. So if you told me something and I disregarded at the time, it's just simply because it's not factual, but I will bring certain things to this situation that are being said. I don't want to get too deep into all of that because it is distasteful, but people are just so confused that are not around here, and people are already making videos hours ago when they're steady bringing out new factual information right now, which is crazy, but we're going to get into everything right now. But before we get into anything else, I do want to say RIP to all 8 children who lost their lives in this situation. Yes, you heard that right, 8 children. It has been verified. There was not 12 people whose life was lost, and it wasn't 10 people as of now. It was 10 people that were shot, 8 children, 2 women. Now, they are stating that, well, before I move forward, I got to say RP one more time, and I want to send my condolences out to the entire family of each one of these children, and I also want to send my love and condolences out to the family of the 2 women as well. And I just want to send y'all some healing energy, and I hope that these 2 women do actually pull through. But, you know, the guy's name was Shamar Elkins, and the one lady that I do know of as of now. Her name is Shaniqua Elkins, if I'm not mistaken. Now, everything in this video from right now is all allegedly. A lot of information hasn't been brought to the public, but I do have a picture of her and him. And they said that this was a domestic situation. Now, some of the things that have been basically put out there was that she wanted to leave him, and that's why he did what he did. Now, they saying that she caught him cheating, but we don't know how true that is. But anyway it go, if that is true about her simply wanting to leave, no matter what the situation may have been, this should not have escalated to this point right here. Now, in this video, I do have live footage, like in the moment, so stuff will be coming out periodically throughout the video, but y'all can sit back, take y'all time to listen to each and everything that's being stated. Some things will be removed from the video just for obvious reasons and to protect certain family members. I got news footage. I got a guy, I think his name is Bruce. He also spoke. He had some of the information kind of out of order, but for the most part, he was on point. He from around the area, and I'm rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have had his name somewhere, but they didn't. They just sent me the video. So I'm just gonna put that in here as well. But I just simply want to say, man, he took a car, went on a high-speed chase. They took him down. He did not take himself out. They took him out. The police did in Shreveport, Louisiana. And basically, man, this situation is just still unraveling. So more things will come, and I will be bringing out more bona fide factual information later on. But as of now, this is all that I do have. But I do want to say RP to them kids one more time. If somebody's letting you know, and Bruce was saying it in his video too, but we all know this, and I just got to reiterate it and say it again, my damn self. If you're dealing with somebody who's letting you know that they will do something to you, even if it's one time, you need to get the hell away from them, because a lot of people take things for granted and don't understand and realize that some people will do this shit. I know it's been millions of people who thought that somebody would have never, ever, ever did what they did do to them. So I would take that into consideration. It don't have to be just necessarily a man. It can be a woman as well too. That's where people get this shit misconstrued. It's males and females who do things like this for whatever the reasons may be. These kids are innocent, precious, and all of that, and I really don't rock with it. They stated that one of the little boys tried to run away, but he was caught trying to run. We will figure out all of that as time progresses. But I'm just saying, let me know your thoughts and opinions. We're going to talk about this later, and I'm going to let y'all watch this full coverage. Yeah, man, let me know your thoughts and opinions. We're going to talk about everything in the comments, and I will holler at y'all later with the updates on this whole situation. RP to them, man. This shit sad. I'll holler at y'all in a minute.
We're standing in this place again. There are 8 children that are deceased. I can't be strong for you. I think about the mother and what this family has lost. I think about this community and what this community has lost. And I don't have the words to give you, and I'm sorry. I don't know what people think in the crevices of their mind to want to harm another human being, let alone that of children who have their whole life ahead of them. From what I've learned about this incident is that it's domestic in nature. That makes it even more horrific for all the fighting that we do as it relates to this. And maybe you can stand strong with this, but I can't without shedding tears of traumatic pain. I pain and I grieve for this family. I grieve for the lives that are lost, and I'm asking you to please utilize every resource that the sheriff has brought forth now when you know that these situations occur. We cannot be and make this a joke. This is not a freaking joke. This is real, and this is the result when someone snaps. At a community, along with prayer, with every mental health consultant, counselor that is out here. This family and this community needs you. I need you. Because how do we get through this? How do we get to the next level? It is real, and this is raw. And these are the tragedies when there are domestic violence or domestic disturbances in our community.
Hey, Facebook family, it's Brenda again. I'm live. I promise to keep you updated on what's going on here on Linwood in the neighborhood. The police have now cleared the scene, and the police tape has been removed. And the house behind me is the scene where the 8 babies lost their lives. I spoke with a neighbor earlier, and she told me that her kids played with some of the kids who lived here, and she was just really heartbroken by it all. She also told me that one of the children's bodies was found outside of the home. But she says she never noticed anything major in terms of domestic violence incidents at the home. But again, this is from a neighbor. There are counselors here on the scene to just give support. And I've got a microphone here, but so you have to speak really loud. Tell me who you're with.
I am Deidre with Brighter Future Counseling Services.
And tell me, what kind of questions are you hearing, and how was your heart moved to come here?
Well, we just want to offer support to the community. This is a very tragic situation. We haven't heard a whole lot of questions. In fact, no one is really that open to therapy right now, but we are providing cards and our information so that when the shock value of this goes down, we will be available.
Yeah. There are counselors here earlier today. Did you come on your own? Did the city of Shreveport ask you to come?
No, we came on our own.
Right. And so what's the first step for our community to heal in a situation like this? What are the first steps when it comes to domestic violence? Because there may be someone in the neighborhood or someone listening right now who's a victim of domestic violence.
Just coming forward, realizing that you're in that situation and asking for assistance to get through it, being open to it, because a lot of times in our
Okay, here we are again, a little lapse in our signal, but you can see family still here gathering at the house next door. You see the red car. That's where one of the victims ran to call 911. That's where the 911 call came from. That woman, I asked police for an update on the physical condition. The last officer I spoke to said that there's been no update. And the last we've heard here is that the two women who were shot are in critical condition right now. So what you hear behind me are people preaching, you hear music being played. This has gained not just local regional attention, this has gained international attention. And we can't say enough about
this crime scene as well. Right now we have at least 10 individuals that were struck by gunfire last night in a domestic disturbance. 8 of these individuals are deceased. The ranges of the decedents are from 1 year of age to approximately 14 years of age. All of the deceased in this case are juveniles. The individual responsible, once leaving this scene, performed a carjacking right here in close proximity to the corner of West 79th and Linwood, at which point in time, Shreveport Police patrol officers got behind that vehicle and a chase ensued. The vehicle was chased into Bossier Parish, and at which point in time, Shreveport police officers did discharge their firearm, and that individual is deceased. We do believe him to be the only individual that fired gunshots at these locations here. He is deceased, and Louisiana State Police will be taking over that portion in which the Shreveport police officers discharged their firearms. So we don't have any more information on the shooting that occurred in Bossier. What we can tell you is this is a domestic disturbance here in the 300 block of West 79th Street. This is a very large scene with multiple deceased children present, and so we're going to ask for your patience in us getting information out. We will release the name of the suspect that is deceased when we have made the proper notifications. We do know that some of the children inside were his descendants, and so once we are ensured of everyone's names and ages and the proper channels have been notified, we'll be releasing all of that information. But we did want to come on and give what information we have available. So at this point in time, I'd like to bring him in because I know he has some words and he's been here sincerely for this investigation.
Thank you, Chris. Whenever we have a situation like this, the words of the poet John Donne always come to mind. No man is an island unto himself. So therefore, we never ask for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. We have a hurting community. We have hurting families. We have hurting police officers, coroner's personnel, fire department, sheriff people, and this affects the entire community. So we all mourn with these families. I ask, it's a Sunday morning. I ask all of you who are listening, who might be able to pray at your services this morning for not just this family, for all the victims who are at the hospital, and for the Cedar Grove community, and for the community at large, as well as police officers, coroners, fire department, Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office. This is a tragic situation, maybe the worst tragic situation we've ever had in Shreveport. And so right now, we're going to process the information. It is in very good hands, but it's a terrible morning in Shreveport, and we all mourn with the victims.
My heart goes out to this entire community for the tragic event that has taken place this morning. I just don't know what to say, my heart is just taken back. I just cannot begin to imagine how such an event can occur. I want to let the community know that all of my resources are out here processing every piece of evidence in every scene, and at some time in the near future, we'll be able to give some more conclusive information about exactly what took place. I want to thank the agency that has reached out to me this morning and offered their assistance. And thank you so much to the Shadow Parish Sheriff's Department, the Louisiana State Police, Shreveport Fire Department, and all that had either came out to help or called and offered their assistance. But we're going to be working diligently, however long it takes, to get some answers to what is taking place this morning.
As Chief Smith indicated, we will release more information when it's available. We will be working closely with the coroner's office, so look for some information, hopefully by tomorrow, on the information in regards to the 8 children. And just please keep this community and these officers in your thoughts and prayers, because as the mayor indicated, this is an extensive scene, unlike anything I know most of us have ever seen. As soon as we have more information, we have any questions.
Chris, can you give the exact address of like where this occurred, the shooting occurred?
Well, so you have 3 different scenes. The shooting itself occurred just down the road here in the 300 block of West 79. There's also another shooting related to this on Harrison Street, and then there's an adjacent resident on West 79 where one of the victims ran to after the shooting. So it is an extensive scene. And once we have all of the information, we'll do the best we can to piece it together and provide that. Early morning hours. The initial domestic dispute is somewhere in the 5 o'clock hour, I believe. But once I have a timeline, we'll detail that in the press release. You're working through it. This is unlike anything I've ever seen, unlike anything this community has ever seen.
I know you said you can't release the name of the suspect yet, but can you give the age? Was he a juvenile? Was he an adult?
The suspect is an adult. We'll get that information out, hopefully by tomorrow.
And you said it happened at multiple locations? Gunfire happened at multiple locations? How many locations exactly?
So the Harrison Street address, we know there's a shooting there. There's multiple deceased persons here in the 300 block of West 79, and then the shooting that occurred in Bossier Parish. So we have several crime scenes, and we really want to thank Louisiana State Police and Bossier and our friends with the County Sheriff's Office. This type of a scene requires a lot of resources, requires a lot of officers. We want to ensure this is thoroughly investigated. We can do the best we can to try to understand the events that led up to this. Hopefully, we'll really understand it, but the best we can to explain it. Whatever closure we can get from the families involved in this case.
And you sure they're all connected, all the scenes?
These scenes are undoubtedly connected. Right now, there is no public safety threat. We know who conducted this violence, and that individual is deceased.
Are you able to share a motive at this time?
We just know it's domestic violence. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
10 in all?
10, but I heard 8.
I thought
Yeah.
2, they're in the hospital? He said that?
That's what I'm saying. It's so much. It's so much. Like,
Well, you know the shooter.
right.
Okay, so this is Riley reporting with KTBS 3 News. Currently on the block of Linwood Ave, the mayor, Chief Smith, Corporal Chris Bordelon just spoke about the devastating events that happened early this morning in Shreveport, where I believe 8 people are now dead in this mass shooting, all juveniles, and the person who is suspected of this crime is also dead and was shot in Bossier. According to police, shootings happened at multiple locations in this area, and the one in Bossier, which killed the suspect. And police are currently on the scene. There's an open investigation. Corporal Chris Bordelon also told me that some of the juveniles involved were kin, I believe, of the man, the suspect. So that is all the information I have right now. The community is out here. They are out here, and police said this is one of the worst scenes they have ever seen, and it's very tragic. All children, eight children. And he also said a carjacking was done after the shooting. Again, I'm giving you all the information I have. All the information isn't released. We should be getting that tomorrow, according to Shreveport Police. But this is all I know as of right now. This is considered a mass shooting. And one of the shootings did happen on this block. And that is where the crime scene is at this moment. Once I have more information, I will update and let everyone know. But yes, this is a heartbreaking scene. Everyone here is very solemn this morning. And when the mayor spoke, he did ask for prayers. And Chief Smith said that he is using all the resources he has to make sure that this case is solved. And so this is happening in Shreveport off of Linwood Ave. I don't know if you recognize this street. This is where we are. The community is turning out. It's a very sad scene. So as we know right now, eight juveniles are confirmed dead from these shootings that happened. So early this morning, there was a mass shooting that happened. And Shreveport police just announced that 8 juveniles are dead. I believe 2 other people may have been shot, so maybe 10 in total, but 2, I believe, are being treated. So this is the current scene. They believe they know who did this, and the suspect, the person responsible, he has been shot and killed, and was shot and killed in Bossier. There will be more details in our later shows, but Shreveport police, they are saying this is domestic related. So I'm going to end this live now. Thank you so much for watching. This is Riley.
Hi, you guys. This is reporter Peyton Manuel here with KSLA News 12. I'm here on the scene of West 79th Street. We've been doing some coverage on this all morning long. We just got some information, and if you can watch a few minutes ago, Shreveport police kind of confirmed a few things of what was happening here. I'm going to wait for a few more people to file in. Yeah, it's just a very unfortunate situation right now. Yeah, so Shreveport police just confirmed that there were at least 10 people shot. 8 of those victims are deceased. The same 8 are also juveniles, as young as 18 months old. Shreveport police confirmed this. This all happened early this morning on West 79th Street. The suspect is dead, police say. Now, the suspect is not included in that 10 count of people who were shot, the victims who were shot. The suspect was killed by police over in Bossier. Police say that he was able to get away for a second, but police killed him on the scene in Bossier. But yes, it's confirmed that at least 10 people were shot. Last that we heard, 2 of those people are adults, currently in the hospital with critical injuries. The other 8 are unfortunately deceased, and they are all juveniles. This is all on West 79th Street. I'm going to turn my camera here so you guys can see. So this right here where I'm standing is the intersection of West 79th Street and Linwood Avenue. Everything that happened occurred in that gray house with the car in the driveway, I believe. It's kind of hard to see from here, and I apologize that I can't zoom in. I don't think Facebook Live allows me to zoom in. But it's that house right over there behind the tape and that Shreveport police car where the majority of the victims' bodies were in. Police confirmed that to us. This all happened in the early morning. We're still working to get out more details. Police said that this all happened from a domestic dispute. The suspect was a man. He is deceased. This is going to be a developing story for a long time, so please keep checking up for updates as we learn more information. Things could change as always, so please, we'll be sure to give you the most up-to-date information, but please keep checking back. It's unclear where this was in Bossier. I think police will release that information when they learn a little bit more. And it's still an open investigation, so details are a little slim right now. But this all just came from a domestic dispute. We can't say that. Hi, you guys. If you're just joining us, appreciate you for joining us on this Sunday morning. Hi, guys. If you're just joining, we appreciate you for joining us this Sunday morning. It's just a unfortunate start to a Sunday morning for pretty much the whole community here. I'm Peyton Manuel with KSLA News 12. Right now, I'm standing on West 79th Street on the intersection of Linwood Avenue. Shreveport police just confirmed from a domestic dispute overnight, crossing into the early Sunday morning, that a suspect who is now deceased was shooting. Unfortunately, there are multiple victims in this case, hitting the number of 10. 2 of those victims, last that we heard, are adults, 2 adults who are currently in the hospital right now. The other victims, that would leave 8 victims, are unfortunately all deceased. Shreveport police also confirmed that those victims are all juveniles. The age goes as young as 18 months. So it's just really just a very unfortunate scene right now. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate you guys for joining. We're just trying to get you all the information we can. It's a lot of moving parts, so just make sure you keep downloading the KSLA News 12 app. If you haven't, check back here on Facebook, check the website for more updates. This is developing, so there's a lot of information that's going to be updated in the next coming days. You can see some people behind me. I'm gonna move out the way. You recognize some of those people are also KSLA reporters. Julia Daughtry and KSLA's Andrew Wellman are here on the scene. They're going to relieve me, so you can check back with their personal accounts and the KSLA account for live updates and more information. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can get a look again at what's happening. Again, this is West 79th Street with the intersection of Linwood Avenue. SPD confirmed 10 victims. 2 of those are adults. As far as we know, they are in the hospital. Those other 8 victims are unfortunately deceased. Yes, it's confirmed that the youngest age is at least 18 months old. Police are also saying this stemmed from a domestic dispute. Again, that suspect is deceased as well. Police followed him in a chase that ended in Bossier. You can see, I think you can see a corner van behind that SPD car over there. Earlier, there were around 29 units on this scene, all on this street right here that you're looking at. You can walk over here and you can see another coroner vehicle. Again, this is Linwood. Yeah, that's correct. The suspect did lead police down a chase into Bossier. That is where police killed that suspect. He is.
Okay, Tanya. Thank you, sweetie. Be safe. Oh, baby girl doing okay, baby. That's a lot at one time, but I know you got her. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Deceased. Again, just to preface, the suspect is not included in those 10 individuals who were shot. So it was 10 victims, 2 who are in the hospital, 2 adults, and 8 children who are deceased. You can see yellow tape all the way around here. There's just been people in pretty much. If you've been watching and tuning in the past couple of hours, I think I've been out here as early as 8:30, 8:40. Again, this all kind of happened in the early hours. So you can only imagine what people are, thinking and feeling out here. I think it's a joint feeling between law enforcement and the community as well. There's been people shedding tears, people hugging each other, consoling each other. It's just a lot of mixed emotions right now, a lot of heavy emotions right now, as you can only imagine. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate you guys for watching. I would say good morning, but it's a little unfortunate with the news that we're all kind of just trying to take in right now. Yeah, this is West 79th Street that I'm standing on, intersection of Linwood and West 79th Street. This all kind of started from a domestic dispute. We're still working to learn more details. So please, please, please download that KSLA News 12 app if you haven't already. Push to the website. There will be more details, more information. This is a developing, open investigation. So please, we will be getting you the first alert the second we learn more. This was in a house. You can't see too far from where I'm standing, but this all took place in the house. But police are saying this technically took place with multiple locations because the suspect did get away at one point, and he was taken down in Bossier.
All right, so boom. So this tender ass and killed them babies and killed all these people because old girl wanted to leave him. So last night I came through the hood and I rode through here. He jacked a person out of his car. He jacked somebody right here on Sunday night. He jacked him. You hear me? But the girl wanted to leave him. The girl wanted to leave him alone. And, you know, that nigga just went crazy. All the babies, all the kids went around down Harrison in the head. Both of them fight for their life. So that shit just crazy, man. This man, all them damn kids. The little boy tried to run. And he got one little boy tried to get on top of the house. He got in the backyard. Like, man, this really went crazy. All over female. All them kids, bro. This shit crazy, bro. 8 babies. Then he went around on Harrison with 2 people. He dead now. They in Bossier. Man, Shamar. Yeah, bro. And the 8 kids all over female. All this was over female, cuz. This shit crazy. All this was over female, man. Did all this for a female, cuz the female ain't want to mess with her no more.
Then they went around the corner, shot 2 more motherfuckers. Hijacked the car. Went around the corner, shot 2 more motherfuckers.
Then went to Bossier and they took them.
Yeah, I speak Chase all the way to Bossier.
I know. I rode through here last night and there were Boogle police right here, but they ain't sending nobody to kill. They just said somebody jacked the old boy out the car. Man, that shit crazy. Yeah, y'all glimpse. They seen. Man, they said they had body bags all over the street. Number kids, man. It's crazy, cuz. How this man, the real deal, take some kids' life over a female, bro. Them kids ain't had nothing to do with it. Nothing. Man. They said they had body bags just lined up. Yeah, man. This fuck the hood up. The hood up, man, for real. Why would you do that to them kids, bro? Out of all people, kill some kids over a female. Then he went around on Harrison. And 2 more people in the head. Now they fight for their life. But everybody that was in that house, yep. So 8 kids and 2 adults. Man, y'all watch what y'all have around y'all for real. Cause them be y'all crazy sign like, oh, I kill you. The first time when they say they kill you, them kids don't be playing. Them kill you. Now look, man. 8 kids, bro. Like 8 of them, all them kids, bro. 2 of them try to get away. It's crazy, man. Man, look. Y'all need to watch them. Y'all be having around y'all for real. Now I see why females be like, I don't have niggas around my kid because this, for real, like, man, it's crazy. Yeah, bro. For the ones who weren't listening, who just came on here, nigga named Shamar. He used to go to Woodlawn or whatnot. The girl tried to leave him. And all 8 of her kids plus her then hijacked the car on Sunday night. Hijacked the car on Sunday night. Whatever man was sitting in the car, one of the Kia trucks, hijacked the car on Sunday night. And then went on Harrison and 2 more people. This nigga 12 people in one night. He had a high-speed chase all the way from City Road to Bossier. And they came in Bossier. I wish they went to jail. Let them handle him. He wasn't even gonna eat, sleep, none of that. Man, it's crazy, y'all. I don't even know who Shamar is. And I ain't care to know who he is. Man. That's shit crazy, boy. Yeah, well, whatever happened, we kids. That's shit crazy, boy. He can't get no needle if he get exposure. Yeah. And that's crazy to the kids too. Man, this stuff crazy, boy. It's crazy, boy. It's, man. But the kids got to do with it, though. Kids ain't got nothing to do with it, cuz kids innocent. Yeah, bro. Crazy, boy. This is crazy as hell. I got clients to do today. I had an appointment to this shit. Damn, boy. Man, y'all watch out. But niggas y'all mess with cuz it's tender. Niggas is tender, and they don't know how to just let it go. For real. Yep. Killed all them kids, bro. Then he went around on Harrison. Got 2 more females in the head. They fighting for their life. I'm just glad he ain't man that he jacked. Cause when I rode through here last night, they was stopping me. So where I stopped, and the man was on the corner. Buku police is right here. He said, man, the man pulled him out of the car and everything at gunpoint. Oh man, that shit crazy, man. Look at all these laws, man. I got the whole block blocked off. The whole block, man. Literally. I ain't seen these many laws. I ain't seen this many laws in so long. Some people say they had body bags lined up on the whole street, bro. Black body bags. Everybody was deceased on scene. One girl that night they tried to rush her to the hospital though, but I don't know if she passed or not. Yeah. Nah, he ain't ran out of bullets. I guess he just knew old boy had nothing to do with it. He just needed his car because he went, as soon as he jacked old boy out his car, he went around on Harrison and shot people in the head. Yeah, man. Tell all y'all female need to watch the who say they gonna go. Hey, we got Roman in this thing, man. we got Roman in this thing, man. They sold on here, cuz. For real, man. Yeah, man, that shit crazy, boy. 8 kids and 2 adults, bro. That shit crazy. Then what the sister kids got to do with it? That's all what I'm saying. Like, what? Ain't no kids got nothing to do with it, but why would you call them babies, bro? It's crazy, bro. Yep. About to get 8 kids, 2 adults in this house. Then he went around there on Harrison and people. That nigga went on a rampage, bro. This a real deal massacre, bro. All this happened one night. I don't know what kind of dope that nigga snorting or smoking, but man, he had to be on something. Killing all these kids. I don't even know, bro. Everybody out here hurt. Look, like the whole city out. I'm talking about, the whole Grove. Everybody from down there, everybody from City Grove out here. So they get him too, right? Yes. He went to Bossier. They killed him in Bossier. He had a high-speed chase from City Grove to Bossier.
Hi, Natasha.
Man. Y'all be safe when y'all live around y'all kids. Nigga tell y'all gotta believe, like, nigga say, play with me. Some playing, some dead serious. So you can't take that light. For real. Yep. He did. And he took these babies, bro. Why would you do that to them kids, bro? Why would you do that to a girl or anything? And Shamar, somebody he went to Woodlawn with us. I don't remember no somebody skinny nigga went to Woodlawn. I don't remember no name. Yeah. Yeah. I got the whole city, the whole thing blocked off. Oh man. Real deal massacre. It's a massacre because this ain't no one person get people. This almost 12 people in one day, one night. How can you do that? Man, what? They were fighting demons for sure. Fighting, man, some kids, bro. He ain't feel no remorse, no sympathy. No remorse, no sympathy for these babies, bro. That's what I'm trying to see. I want to see a picture of him, even though he gone, but I just wish they wouldn't have, bro. I wish they would have tried to, you know what I'm saying, get him out the car, take him in custody, let their parents handle him, because they were going to handle him, boy. I'm telling you.
According to news reports, his wife, aka baby mama, or whatever, she was leaving him. She didn't want to be with him anymore, and so basically that's what happened.
He wasn't gonna sleep, eat, none of it. They was gonna miss clean over my soul. I ain't no news report. This is my hood. Anything going on in my hood, I'm gonna let the people know. Yep. I'm gonna let the people know. Cause the news ain't gonna give you what they want. Ain't gonna give you what they want to hear. I'm gonna tell you for real. No damn news report. Yes, man. Watch you be around. Watch you bring around your kids. They believe it. Some of them just be like trying to tip you, but yeah, if you know the nigga crazy, he ain't got nothing to lose. He said, "I kill you, man. You need to get far with that nigga." For real, bro. Oh yeah, he was gonna show for if he was in jail, he was gonna show get the nigga. Yeah, they gonna he was gonna show get the. Yeah, man. It's so crazy. He can't go to jail no more. They already. Man, I wonder what that nigga on. That cocaine. He was on coke. He had to be on that white boy. That's the only how I know is being do something like that. He had to start the biggest line in America. So these people like this. Man. Damn, cuz it's crazy, y'all. I don't lie, this mess sit up. This ain't just no nigga. You know what I'm saying? No shit getting killed. These are babies that ain't had nothing to do with nothing. And they got over some that was so petty. Man, it's crazy. Facts. It had to be, because how can you fix yourself to trigger and kids? Some babies. How can you fix yourself to do that? Cause that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Man, I hope damn well y'all trying to take it out on Dude family, because Dude family had nothing to do with it. It's his mistake. Family ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, they said they said about the beds lined up on the street, babies. For sure, he wasn't gonna live in jail. They say he was skinny. He was gonna be like a little stick. Some babies, y'all. That shit crazy. Some kids, babies, little babies, man. They ain't have nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, he gone, bro. That nigga gone.
Guys, this is reporter Peyton Manuel with KSLA News 12. Just popping in. Me and Julie are going to be kind of switching off of each other to kind of give you the up-to-date information that we have. I'm going to adjust this here so you guys can kind of see a little bit better what's going on. So everything that we're told is kind of happening in that gray house right over there that has like the little steps up. Unfortunately, that's where police confirmed where the majority of the victims were found. This is a home. This is a residence where this all occurred. Zoom out here so you guys can kind of get a full picture. You can see a lot of car units over there. When I was here earlier this morning, it was about 20 units here on the scene at least, and then it went up to 29 This was a man. The suspect was a man. Police said he is deceased. Police had to follow him over into Bossier, and they say that's where police shot him. Yes, as far as we know, the last information that we have is those 2 adults in the hospital. I can confirm that those 2 adults are women. I can say that now. Last information that we have is that they are in the hospital in critical condition. Those were 2 of the 10 victims. The other 8 victims, unfortunately, are deceased. This is on West 79th Street, the intersection of West 79th and Linwood Avenue that you're looking at right here. This is in Shreveport, Louisiana, ma'am. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate you so much. Accurate, up-to-date information on all of this. This took place in a home. This was in a residence over right here on West 79th. There are some businesses here. There's also a church here, but this whole ordeal took place in a residence. Police said this all kind of started through a domestic dispute. That is confirmed. Police confirmed that there is at least 10 victims here. This is West 79th Street that you're looking at, also the intersection of Linwood Avenue. There have been 10 victims, 10 people shot. 2 of those victims are adults. They are in the hospital right now, as far as we know. That's the last information that we have, is that they were in critical condition in the hospital. Unfortunately, the other 8 of those victims are deceased. They are also all confirmed to be juveniles. The youngest goes as young as 18 months old.
Hey guys, so like I said, little information is known at the moment. We have to put you all on mute while we confirm information. We will rather confirm and have it right rather than we give you all the wrong information. We are having some conversations in the background to confirm things with police. So if you see that we're mute, you guys, it's not that we're ignoring you. We're just trying to get the right, accurate information to where we can bring it to you all so you'll be first aware and first alert. Now, just to reiterate and give you all some context, we are here on West 79th at Linwood Avenue, the 7800th block of Linwood Avenue, where we can confirm 8 children are dead. 2 people are in the hospital after a shooting here right off Linwood and West 79th. We're still waiting for Shreveport police to let us know some more details. Like I said, if we go on mute, you guys, we just don't want you to hear inaccurate information. We're going mute just so we can gather things. We would rather you hear the correct information versus if, you know, we're talking and getting things together and you all hear something that's incorrect. We're still working with Shreveport police to find out a little more information to give you all. But like I said, we'll be sure to keep you first alert on all things happening here. We currently have 2 reporters here, myself, KSLA's Jolia Daughtry, and also KSLA's Peyton Manuel. We actually have a 3rd reporter heading to another scene. KSLA's Andrew Wellman will be live in Bossier with more information as well. So we have all hands on deck, you guys. We're pulling in all our weekend people to come to give you all the first alert. KSLA has been live on Facebook all morning. We're still waiting on some more information as well. So what we can confirm is that right here on Linwood Avenue, the 7800th block of Linwood Avenue and West 79th, we can confirm that 8 children are, the youngest being 18 months old. We confirmed that with Shreveport police. We can confirm that the suspect is deceased at the moment. We don't know the circumstances of that person's situation. We don't know anything. We just know that the suspect, who Shreveport police are saying is responsible for the 8 children, are dead. And we can confirm he is a male. So a man is suspect, Shreveport police believe is the suspect of the shooting, and 2 women are in the hospital. We're unsure of their condition as well. We're still waiting for Shreveport police to give us the update on that as well. Like I said, you guys, KSLA's Peyton Manuel has been here all morning to get you all the first alert on everything happening. So I'm going to reiterate, I'm going to start over. I'm right here on Linwood Avenue, and West 79th. 8 children are dead and 2 women are in the hospital after a shooting. We have multiple scenes. It's in Shreveport and Caddo Parish. That's correct. Now, what we can confirm is that when we called Bossier City, we confirmed with Bossier City that a pursuit from Shreveport going into Bossier did happen. However, by the time Bossier police got there, the scene was already shut down. Louisiana State Police, because it's going in from one city to another, and it's also, different parishes, you guys. From my understanding, from what Bossier police told us, is that LSP will be investigating it going into Bossier, that high-speed chase going into it. But we think that Shreveport police will be investigating this actual scene that happened in Shreveport. I think LSP will just be investigating the high-speed chase going into Bossier, according to Bossier City Police. We have all hands on deck, you guys. As far as you all know, weekend crew. We're still waiting on multiple people from our crew to get in. This happened early this morning. We have a lot of our night side crew coming in, guys, to help you all so you all can get the first alert to everything that's happening. We're still waiting, like I said, on more information from Shreveport Police. We're still waiting on information from Bossier City Police in terms of the second location as well. So we're still waiting. We have additional SPD units arriving on scene. So this is a full scene, you guys. The scene all the way down here. I'm not sure if you all can see that, but guys, it's all blocked off. So if you have to come in this 7800 block of Linwood Avenue, I would suggest taking an alternate route, you guys. But Shreveport Police have this thing shut down. It's been shut down all morning. And I would like to add, you guys, we do not know the connection with everybody. We do not know anything. We're waiting for Shreveport Police to give us that first alert. Right now we have 2 reporters on scene. We have Peyton Manuel trying to gather information for you all. So we're still waiting. Like I said, it's so early into the investigation, guys. We're not sure. Only thing we know is that eight children, the youngest 18 months, are dead. Give us one, guys. Like I said, we had a little commotion come out here, you guys. We're gonna be respectful of the family right now. This is a very hard time, so if we go on mute again, guys, we have family out here. We're waiting for Shreveport Police to give us some more, but we're going to be respectful. Even though this is a tragic scene, we want to remain respectful to the family and let them go through their process of emotions. We understand how severe the situation is, but we're journalists, but we're also people, you guys. So if we go mute again, it's because we're having family episodes out here, guys. So just want to keep you all aware of what's going on. We're not trying to ignore anybody. We're also trying to get more information. We're working to get a positive identity. We're working to get a motive, as well as the condition of the 2 women who were transported to the hospital. It's a lot that we're trying to do behind the scenes so you all can be first alert. So we just want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Like I said, if we go mute again, we're having some family conversations out here. I don't feel like that's appropriate for our social media, just to be respectful of the family. This is a tough time, but what we can say is we are on Linwood Avenue in the 7800th block, right off of West 79th, where we can confirm 8 children. We don't know the full ages. We just know the youngest is 18 months old, and we have multiple crime scenes, 2 in Shreveport, 1 in Bossier. That was a lot of information I just threw at you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop that in the chat. We are still working to get you all the first alert with everything happening. Police got here early this morning. We had an early morning show. As soon as our KSLA's weekend anchor, Peyton Manuel, heard about the situation, she came out here and she hopped straight on Facebook Live with little information. Peyton has been here all morning. We had KSLA's Andrew Wellman going to Bossier, where that suspect we can't confirm is deceased in Bossier. We spoke with Bossier police that told us it was a high-speed chase going from Shreveport to Bossier. We don't know the details about that. We only can confirm that a suspect is, according to Bossier City Police, and Louisiana State Police are investigating that high-speed chase leading into Bossier. You guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Like I said, we're still working to see up a connection. We're working to see a motive, identities, ages, everything like that. What we can confirm right now is that it was a shooting in the early morning hours. We're still waiting for Shreveport Police to give us an update on the women, any identities, everything like that, guys.
No. That's not but the apple would be that's not. No, that's not. No. I don't know anyone here. I'm Shannon.
So we're still in the 300 block of West 79. This turned into a very extensive investigation. 24 significant crime scenes, 2 of which here in the Green Block of Harrison Street, and the morning most of the initial indications is that messages. Target office was came to the property site, at which time we expected them.
I apologize for the audio, y'all, but that's them this time, honey. They me this time, so hopefully y'all can understand what's being said. We basically getting the same thing over and over again, but I did want to listen to the whole video. Yeah, so let's listen. Anybody got any questions? Make sure you put them in the chat. Y'all, please make sure you double tap the screen to like the live stream. Thank you.
And deceased child that tried to escape from residence.
Point. Police have made it clear that this person is no longer a threat. This situation is not a threat to the public. The suspect is deceased.
I wanted that,
and they say that was the only suspect tied to this case. Yes, you guys, this is in Shreveport, Louisiana. This is off of West 79th Street in Shreveport, Louisiana. This is what you're looking at right here, West 79th Street. I'm going to turn this camera over here. It looks like Corporal Chris Bordelon is doing another presser. I'm going to try to move in. I apologize if you can't hear too well, but let's go see what he's saying.
Suspect tomorrow. We're just out of the police small so that we can make sure all of these things they know. Sorry, I can show this. So speak to relatives and try to determine what exactly happened, what led up to this. We know it's domestic in nature. We know this is a public safety threat. The individual that committed this action is deceased. However, we know the community's hurt. So we do ask members of our clergy or pastors to reach out to their flocks, ensure that we don't pull hurt off. This is a very rough scene, guys. I know you guys don't always realize SPD when we respond to a lot of these scenes, it takes a toll. And I know our crime scene investigators, this is the worst thing they've ever seen. It's the worst thing they've ever experienced. So hurt for the community, hurt for you guys, and anything that we can do as a department, we're going to do our best to do it. So that's really all the information I have. If there's anything that we can do, we'll do our best to do it.
Right now, y'all, I'm going to say one thing. We heard over here. We need all the pastors and counselors we can get in our people over here. If we never did that yesterday, y'all, the people, we got to pray like we never prayed before, because it's a lot. 8 kids deceased and 2 mothers fighting for their life. That's a lot, y'all. Just pray for us over here. Pray for the police officers. Pray for the people that got to see this. Pray for the corners, y'all. And we're going to have to come together, y'all, because this is a mental crisis and domestic really involved, y'all. That's what we got all y'all mental health people for. Come out here, y'all, and see about us today, please. Thank y'all. We love y'all. And just stand together and see the road today, y'all. If y'all do that else, pray for us over here and see the road. We can be hurt. Keep them out of the Thank you.
So those are some more comments just on the matter. Just to reiterate something I heard Corporal Chris Bordelon say. Give me 1 second, you guys, as I put this stand up for a second. Yeah, just again, just hard words of just a very tragic, realistic situation for this family. There are family members out here. We're asked to not show them as much as possible, to keep them out of live coverage, just out of respect for what they're going through right now. And just to reiterate something that Corporal Chris Bordelon, again, that's the public information officer for Shreveport Police Department. He says that they're going to wait to reveal the identity of that suspect at least until tomorrow. The other 8 of those victims are all confirmed to be juveniles, and they're all deceased. Hey, you guys, sorry about that. Just had to mute for a couple seconds. I know Jalea kind of explained it a little earlier. Sometimes we unmute whenever we have side conversations happening, just out of respect for the family members in the public community that's here. We just don't want to put out any false information. There's a lot of information, a lot of side conversations happening, and we just want to be respectful of that and respectful of you guys to make sure that we are only giving you the accurate information, the accurate, most up-to-date information of what's happening right now. So if we're hopping on and off with that unmute, please just try to understand where that's coming from. Okay, so I'll hold the mic up to you if you not here. If I can talk to say and spell your first and last name.
Any licensed counselor, any licensed therapist, anybody that can come out here and help with these people. This is so hard. This is a family. It's not going real.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm seeing in the chat about counseling options for these officers, as well as the community. SPD confirmed that they did have some of their members from that team that specifies in that type of work. They are here on scene checking up on these officers because they're going to be here all day, pretty much all day. Some of the officers who were here earlier this morning when I first got here have been relieved, and it looks like some officers have swapped places with them, but they're going to be here pretty much for the rest of this day, just holding down this spot. I know Jalea mentioned it earlier. If you have any reason to be traveling in this area off Linwood, West 79th, I would find an alternative route, just because all of this is going to continue to be blocked off. That coroner's van in the back there, I'm going to try to zoom in as much as I can, has been here for a few hours now. I believe some of the victims' bodies are still in this house right here that you're looking at. So there's still a lot of pieces, a lot of things that have to be done here on this just really, really tragic, unfortunate start to a Sunday. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you guys for just being patient with us as we work to give you accurate information. Just keep in mind, it's just a lot of emotions. It's very high tense. If I could even just try to attempt to describe the scene here, I mean, you can only imagine. Just a lot of tears, a lot of hugs. I believe that was you can start to see, officials go into that house. I think they're preparing to move these victims. I'm trying to move to get you guys a better spot. I'm not sure if that's a daycare, but it is a community center, Fresh Start Community Center. There's also a church, St. Gabriel Community Church over here. The two women that are in, hi guys, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I can give a recap. This is reporter Peyton Manuel here with KSLA on the scene. This is West 79th Street in Shreveport, Louisiana that you're looking at. It's just been a pretty unfortunate, tragic start to a Sunday. Shreveport police got a shots fired call out here around the 5 to 6 o'clock hour this morning. They were able to locate a man in Bossier after a carjacking, and that suspect is deceased. Police said that they released fire on that suspect They are not releasing the identity of him just yet. They're waiting in respect to the family before immediate kin is notified about what exactly has happened here. But I can confirm that there are 10 victims in this case. 2 of those victims are 2 women. One of them is confirmed to have a romantic relationship with that suspect. They are in the hospital. It's also believed that one of those women was shot in the head. The other 8 victims are unfortunately deceased. Police also confirmed them to all be juveniles. The youngest age is 18 months.
Hi guys, this is KSLA's Julia Daughtry. Peyton Manuel has been live speaking with you guys, giving you all of the information. We're kind of trying to divide and conquer everything at the moment, you guys. Shreveport Police gave a live press interview as well as a community presser to talk about this devastating situation. And we have multiple mental health counselors on scene as well as pastors in this area. Multiple mental health people are here. Like I said, it's lots of family members out here and they're calling on the community. If you are a pastor, if you are a mental health advocate, you guys, they are calling on you guys to really put your foot in the community and to just keep this community wrapped in your prayers. That's kind of what the community presser was all about. Like I said, KSLA's Peyton Manuel's been giving you all the first alert all morning. She's been here since it started. Give us 1 second, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If we have the camera muted, it's because we're trying to figure out background information and we don't want any chatter or anything when we talk to officers or people that's on the scene. We don't want you all to get that misinformation. So we want to reiterate that just to make sure we all are clear. Like I said, we would rather be on mute and get the correct, accurate information unless being unmuted and then you hear something that is not accurate or correct. So we want to let you all know that that is the reason why we keep going on mute, you guys, because Shreveport Police are behind us talking as well. Details on the case that we cannot confirm.
Okay, I'm gonna move on from this piece right here. Let me see if I saw a whole. I got 2 more videos that I wanted to get into, but I just found another news conference that I wanna. This one was done an hour ago, so I'm gonna skip. Hey, Miss Ann, were all the children healed? 7 of them. 7 of them were healed and 1 was not. All right, y'all give me a second and I'm going to pull up a most recent news conference. That right there is just being redundant. It's just saying the same thing. And that was when it first happened. So we're going to go to a more current, can't even get it out, y'all. More current news press conference, okay? Let's see. Computer moving slow. Let's see. I don't know why it's moving so slow. All right. I don't get this thing. All right, let's see this one, y'all. It's getting on my nerves. This is just sad. Okay, y'all.
Like to say good morning to everyone. Like to say good morning to everyone. Thank you. We're going to ask that Pastor Jeff Marshall would come. He's the president of the Baptist Ministers Fellowship of Shreveport. We're going to ask him to come and offer a word of prayer. Pastor, we come.
Let us pray. Father, which art in heaven, Lord, how we thank you and bless your name. Thank you for this day, the blessings of this day.
Father, we come now thanking you for all that you've done and all that you're getting ready to do. Father, we need your protection today. We need your guidance. Father, we ask now that you would lead and guide us now in the way that you would have us to go. Father, as we're able to leave this city. And Lord, we ask now that you would look over this city. Lord, as we try to get through what we've gone through now, I ask that you touch every leader, every city council, every person that's in leadership, our mayor. Lord, that we make the right decisions on this day. Lord, we thank you for this city. We love you. And Lord, we'll always be careful to give you the praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much for coming. Again, I'd like to say good morning to everyone. Yesterday, our community experienced a tragic act of violence that has impacted families, neighbors, that has impacted our entire city. Today, we pause to honor the lives that were lost and the families forever changed. Today, we remember Jayla Elkins, age 3, Shayla Elkins, age 5, Kayla Pugh, age 6, Layla Pugh, age 7, Markaden Pugh, age 10, Soraya Snow, age 11, Conundrum Snow, age 6, Braylon Snow, age 5, and to all of their families. So before I go on, will you just pause for a minute for a moment of silence as we honor them? Thank you. We lift up the Elkins family, the Pugh family, the Snow family. We're facing unmitigated losses. We're also mindful of our survivors, including 2 women and a 13-year-old child. We ask that you would keep them in your prayers, and as they continue to recover from their injuries and the uncertain times ahead. Our first priority is to acknowledge the lives affected and to stand with those who are grieving. We recognize the pain felt across our city. We share that sorrow. We want to acknowledge the leadership standing with us today. Mayor Tom Arsenault, Chief Wayne Smith, Sheriff Whitehorn, Marshall Jefferson, Kettle School Superintendent Heath Burden, all of our members of the City Council, Councilman Gary Brooks, Councilman Grayson Boucher, Councilwoman Ursula Bowman, Councilwoman Chair Tabitha Taylor, Councilman Jim Telefaro. This has deeply impacted our families and in our communities. We recognize the grief. We want to pause right now and thank our first responders. In fact, we'd ask that you would pray for them because this is something that would affect them for the rest of their lives. And so we pause and say to them, thank you. Would you be kind enough to give them a great big hand? We join our partners all across this city and the parish. We're grateful for those responding. At this time, I want to give some points as to how to cope with situations and giving condolences to all that have been affected. There's an initial shock, which is common. People often feel numb, disbelief right after a tragedy. In being connected to this district for just about 16 years, it is what I would consider a gut-wrenching situation it takes to win out of your sail. Emotions can be overwhelming. Grief, anger, confusion, sadness may come and it may go in waves. Support is very, very important. And we thank all of the agencies that showed up on yesterday and is showing up on today. What do you do when life takes an unexpected turn? When life takes an unexpected turn, the goal isn't to fix everything right away. It is to steady yourself enough to move forward, to become grounded. How do we deal with unexpected tragedies, events? One, you give yourself room to react. You might feel stressed, and it's okay. You might feel angry, but it's okay. Certainly, to have a loss, you will feel, but it's okay. Because today, if we put God first, it will make a difference in our lives. Sometimes it takes time to adjust, but if we trust God, we'll make it. We got to lean on people. We got to lean on resources. At this moment, I might be strong. In the next moment, I might be weak. But we got to be able to say to somebody, is it okay if I lean on you? Sometimes we focus on what we cannot control. There come a time that we have to put it all in the Lord's hand. Trusting God in the time of crisis. Crisis has ways of shaking everything about us. Our plans, our peace, even our faith. It can come suddenly, bad news, loss, uncertainty, pressures we don't even see coming. The real question is not whether or not crisis will come, but the real question is, how will we respond to the crisis? Take your crisis to God first. Acknowledge who He is. Ask God for specific help. Leave the outcome into the hands of God. Do what you can, but release what you cannot handle. Stop trying to focus on outcome. Rest in God's ability to handle what you cannot. Don't panic. Pray. Don't focus on fear. Focus on God. Don't hold on. Release it and put it into the hands of the Lord, and He will make a difference in your life. As what the Word of God has said, if this earthly house of this tabernacle be dissolved, I believe in my heart that these that died on yesterday are in the presence of the Lord. He says, and we know that all things work together for the good. We know it. We believe it because our faith is strong. We believe that this situation, even though it's a tragedy, but it's going to bring us together for the good. And we'll be able to give God the glory after it's all over. So at this point in time, we're going to ask that Mayor Tom Marshall will come. And after that, Council Chair Tabitha Taylor will come.
Thank you, Pastor. We stand in difficult times. One of the things that I think is most important is that if you are experiencing abuse and violence in your home, seek the resources. Don't stay where you are. Seek the resources to escape. The biggest lesson that we have is that we must protect those who cannot protect themselves. There are resources available. Take advantage of those resources. We mourn for these children. We mourn for the women who are recovering, we hope. We pray for their recovery and healing. And we ask that the community draw together to give support to these families and these victims.
Good morning. On this morning, Satanya Smiles and I, who's an advocate in the Cedar Grove area, had the opportunity to go and speak with some of the family members of the victims that we lost on yesterday. And the family wanted us to express to you all to allow them to grieve and to go through this process. They want you to allow the Shreveport Police Department to do their job in this investigation. They also wanted you to know to continue to pray for their families. But also wanted you to understand that 7 of those children belong to Mr. Elkins, who took their lives, and 1 did not. And they wanted to ensure that you all had correct and precise information. This is a difficult process. And at this point, what they are trying to do is to wrap their mind around what has occurred in their family. How do they navigate through this? So if there's anything that you can do for them right now, is to keep them the priority. I'm gonna say it again, keep them the priority and respect their wishes. Respect their wishes as their loved ones go through surgery and they're healing and they're in a dark place because they don't know how to wrap their minds around all of this. Leave the social media chatter alone, thinking that you know everything when you do not. The best thing that you can do for them is to allow them to navigate again through this devastating, traumatic process. And from that point, as we respect their wishes, as they plan for the burial of the children and the grandchildren, I want you to think about the mothers that are the survivors, because there are 3 mothers at this point. 1 is in surgery at this time, that are going to be faced with immense pain, that's going to need all of us, the community long-term counseling, the father that is left here to grieve their child. And I want you to remember that more than anything, because it's people first. It's not your stories. It's not who posted first. It's them. It's all about them. And that as a community, as a nation in this country, and for all of the accolades that we have received here, the prayers of support from Canada, from Belgium, that I want you to understand that domestic violence is nobody's joke. It is real. And these are the residual effects of what happens if we're not paying attention. And it is a concerted, collaborative effort for us all to make. And you have to be intentional about that, because we are faced with a devastating tragedy in this city at this point in time. And we don't have all of the answers, but you can rest assured that the work that we started will continue. And we will fight this on behalf of this family. But right now, I am asking all of you to keep them lifted, and pray for them like you've never prayed before. This is what I'm asking of you from them. And as a community, as a city, as a state, as a nation, I know that we can do it. We've done it before, and we'll do it again.
Thank you. At this time, we'd like to call the chairman of our public safety, Councilman Grayson Butcher.
Good morning. Thank you, Reverend Green. Thank you, Chairwoman Taylor, Mayor Arsenault. First and foremost, I was at a loss of words what to say to the community, because so many times in our society today, we stop at neighborhood boundaries. We stop at city boundaries. We stop at parish boundaries. Oh, that's not my neighborhood. Why should I care? This impacts our entire community. These children went to school all over the city. Just think of the trickle-down effect for the small kids that were looking forward to seeing their friend come to school today and having to learn that their child had passed away, that their best friend had passed away. That's a hard pill to swallow for a small child. So first and foremost, please pray for this family. Continue to pray for this family. Like Councilwoman Taylor said, this is not clickbait on your Facebook. If you could see my phone and the misinformation that's been sent to me today and yesterday, it would astound you. It's more like, I know more than you do about this situation. And what's so unfortunate about it is our police officers from 4 different jurisdictions are working 3 different scenes. There is no way that anyone can have information 100% until these officers finish their investigation. So please, to the citizens of Shreveport, regardless of what neighborhood you live in, from MLK to Southern Trace to Pines Road to Stoner Hill, let the police department do their job. We have great officers, and this misinformation that's floating around is not good. Secondly, I would like to also remind everyone that in the city of Shreveport, we have a true epidemic of domestic violence. And that is something that should be a top priority of the city's administration, the city council, and law enforcement. There are all kinds of avenues that people can reach out to. If you have an issue and you feel unsafe, don't stay in that situation. Sheriff Whitehorn just opened up a domestic violence center. His department is well equipped to handle situations like this. It's staffed well. Please, if you feel like that you are in danger or your family members are in danger, reach out to them. There are also nonprofits like Project Celebration, Family Justice Center. There are plenty of avenues that we can reach out to. If a child feels uncomfortable and you're a teenager and you feel uncomfortable in your environment, go to your school counselor. Mr. Burton has counselors all over the Caddo Parish school system that can assist. This is a tragedy. This is heartbreaking. In my 8 years of being on the city council and my 24 years of being a firefighter, this has to be the worst event that I've seen. Lastly, I want to say, please lift up in prayer the first responders. I can tell you this will live with them forever. It will. They had to leave that scene yesterday and probably go home and hug their babies tight. This is a tragedy, and this will stay with them forever. So please, let's come together as a community. Let's come together as a nation, and let's pray for this family, pray for our city, pray for our state, and pray for our nation. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we would like for our state Senator Sam Jenkins would come, and did I see Tammy Representative Phelps? Was she here? If not, Senator, we come.
Good morning, and thank you, Reverend Green, for including the state in this conference this morning. It is a tragic situation. It is getting statewide attention. I've heard from people all over the state that are sending condolences to the family and expressing concern for Shreveport and for our community. I have had conversations with the governor. He's very concerned. I think you'll be hearing more from him as the day goes on. I want to take this opportunity to say how important it is not to forget what happened on yesterday, but to react to it in a way that will help us address domestic violence. In the legislature, we are passing bills every session to try to strengthen our laws on domestic violence. But this is becoming a matter where we need to put forth resources, manpower, woman power, talents at every level. At the root of many of these situations are social concerns, behavioral, and mental concerns that need to be addressed. I applaud Sheriff Whitehorn for what he's doing in this area. I applaud many of the advocates that have said to us time and time again, we need to do more so that we would not see situations like what played out here in Shreveport early on a Sunday morning. I hope that all of us will become recommitted to that effort, not just with lip service, but with resources and with the talent and with the desire to have a consistent means of tracking domestic violence, addressing it, and intervening. As they say, you as a community has to be a big part of that. If you see something, say something. That does not mean you get anybody in trouble. It means you are stopping trouble from coming. So please do that as a community. Thank you, Reverend Green, for this opportunity to make these expressions this morning. I know that the community is in shock. Let's work together as the days ahead come upon us to address the community. May God bless each of you. May God bless this great city that we live in, and may God continue to bless the great state of Louisiana.
Thank you. At this time, we'll have Chief Wayne Smith. After Chief Wayne Smith will be Sheriff Whitehorn. After Sheriff Whitehorn will be Marshal James Jefferson. After the Marshal come, the Superintendent Keith Burton will come. And also, I'm sorry, and along with the state police, I'm sorry, we'll have a spokesperson from there.
Our deepest condolences goes out to the families, to everyone that's involved with this particular incident. I asked my fellow team members to come up with me because in being a first responder, in being a true public servant, we are truly a team, and all of us work together for the good of our community. November 19th, the early mornings of that day will go down in history, be written in the pages of history as one of the worst days that could have ever happened here in Shreveport. About 5:55 a.m. on Sunday morning, Shreveport police received the first call regarding a disturbance at a resident in the 300 block of West 79th Street. The caller stated that they were on top of a house. The suspect was inside and that a male had been shot. 3 minutes later at 5:58, dispatch received an additional call indicating the suspect was a relative of the caller. A minute later, 5:59 a.m., dispatch was advised that approximately 9 individuals resided at the location. The caller further stated that the suspect, identified as Shamar Elkins, had shot everyone inside the home. At 6 o'clock a.m., 1 minute later, the caller advised that she and her children had fled from the roof and were now in the backyard. 6:01 a.m., officers arrived on the scene. 6:03, officers made contact with the caller at the residence. At 6:05 approximately, officers requested the Shreveport Fire Department to stage at a nearby location close to Linwood. 6:07 a.m., a second call was received regarding a shooting in the 500 block of Harrison Street. The caller stated that her boyfriend had shot her, taken her 3 children, and fled the scene. 6:08 a.m., the victim identified the suspect as Shamar Elkins. At 6:10, dispatch linked the Harrison Street shooting with the shooting on West 79th Street and that they all were related. At 6:15, officers received information that the suspect had carjacked a red Kia Sportage at West 79th, closest to Linwood. At 6:17 a.m., our traffic units out on random patrol encountered or observed that particular vehicle traveling southbound on Interstate 49. The officers advised at 6:18 that they were crossing the Red River Bridge into Bossier City. At 6:20, officers received information that the children taken from the Harrison Street resident may be inside of the fleeing vehicle. 6:23 a.m., officers advised that they were exiting near Swan Lake area. 6:25 a.m. approximately, officers located the injured victims from the Harrison Street shooting. 6:29 a.m., officers made contact with the suspect through an exchange of gunfire. At 6:30 a.m., officers confirmed contact with the suspect in the 400 block of Brompton Lane. 6:40 a.m., officers advised that the suspect vehicle was empty and no children were located inside. 6:43 a.m., officers cleared the resident of West 79th Street where multiple deceased victims were located. 7:03 a.m., Shamar Elkins was pronounced deceased at the scene on Brompton Lane. 7:14 a.m., the Shreveport Police Department contacted the Louisiana State Police Investigative Division, and they began their deployment to the Bossier City address to begin to investigate the officer-involved shooting. This, by far, was probably one of the most challenging incidents that SPD has ever faced. Within the immediate short period after the first call came into SPD, our resources were deployed, and at the same time, we were working 5 different crime scenes. I can't let the SPD officers know how appreciative I am for them for maintaining professionalism throughout this entire event, staying strong, staying poised, doing what they were trained to do. I am so proud of all of them. I am so proud, and I thank all of my community team members, the Caddo Parish Sheriff Department. Immediately I received a call from the Caddo Parish Sheriff Department asking what resource you need, what can we do to help. That's what we do. I immediately received a call from our City Marshal's office, James Jefferson, that said the same thing. We're here. What do we need to do to help? Louisiana State Police, I can't thank all of you gentlemen so much for being there for us. I immediately received a call from the director of the FBI, from the director of the ATF, ready to deploy resources to assist in this effort. In the times to come, we will be offering peer assistance, counseling, and whatever is needed to our first responders that responded to that scene yesterday. Our investigators who was in the scene, our crime scene investigators, and the list just goes on and on and on. Throughout an event of this nature, we redeploy resources from anywhere in town to neutralize the threat and make the area safe. And those are the prime time when our team members come in to assist us keeping our city safe in other areas. And I can't thank you guys so much for all that you do. But the investigation has not concluded. There are still bits and pieces coming in to put this bizarre puzzle together. So bear with us in due time, and more information will be coming forth as new information is learned.
Good morning. I also want to thank Councilman Green for pulling this press conference together. Just 10 days ago, we stood as a community to announce the opening of the Caddo Sheriff's Office Domestic Violence Unit. That announcement was a step forward in protecting victims and supporting families and strengthening our response to domestic violence. I don't believe any of us could have imagined that only days later, our community would be shaken by the most heartbreaking tragedies that we have ever witnessed. 8 innocent children losing their lives as a result of domestic violence. There are no words that can fully capture the depth of this loss. No words that can ease the pain the families who are grieving. No words that can explain the weight of 8 young lives taken far too soon. To the families affected, our hearts are with you, our prayers are with you, and our commitment to you is unwavering. Your children mattered, their lives mattered, and their memory will not be forgotten. But today I must speak to the leaders of this community, to the elected officials, to our faith leaders, service providers, law enforcement, educators, and every person who holds influence in this parish. And I ask you a question that we can no longer avoid. How much are the lives of these victims worth? Because the truth is this: domestic violence is not a private issue. It's not a family issue. It is a community issue. And when we fail to respond in a coordinated, consistent, and compassionate way, people die. This tragedy is a painful reminder that we cannot afford to work in silos. We cannot afford to wait until the next crisis. We cannot afford to treat domestic violence as an afterthought. We must ensure that every victim, every mother, every father, every child has access to safety, support, and intervention before the violence escalates. So today, I'm calling on every leader in this parish to join us in building a fully coordinated community-wide response to domestic violence. A response where law enforcement, social workers, social services, and the courts communicate in real time. Faith communities stand as safe havens and advocates. Schools recognize warning signs and know where to turn. Hospitals and mental health providers are fully integrated into the system. Offenders are held accountable and monitored. And victims are never left to navigate these dangers alone. This is not the responsibility of one agency. This is not the responsibility of one department. This is the responsibility of all of us. We owe it to the 8 children we lost. We owe it to every victim who is suffering in silence right now. And we owe it to the future of this community. Let their memory be a turning point. Let their lives be the reason we refuse to go back to business as usual. Let this tragedy move us from conversation to coordination, from awareness to action, and from reaction to prevention. Because the lives of these victims, their worth is immeasurable, and our response must reflect that truth. God bless you, and thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Green. A lot of times when you are lost for words, the only thing you can rely on is God, and know that God is able. The Shreveport City Marshals extends our deepest condolence to the families, loved ones of the children that was tragically lost their lives in a devastating domestic violence incident. This is heartbreaking. This loss has shaken our entire community. Our thoughts and prayers are with those who are affected during this unimaginable time of grief. No words can fully express the sorrow of these young lives taken too soon. We also lift up the prayers of all law enforcement and fire officials who responded and had to endure such a tragic and on a heartbreaking scene. I encourage anyone that's impacted by this tragedy to seek support. No one should have to endure this pain alone. No, now more than ever, let me say that again, now more than ever, we must stand together. Check on one another. Be present in our children's lives. Speak life over them. Most important, protect them. Cover our families in prayer and in love. The Bible says there's a time, a place, and a season for everything. On yesterday, our community witnessed something that we never would have imagined. On a Sunday morning, or where most people get up, getting ready to go to church. not to have something like this to rock our community. We must stand together and fight this fight as one team. When we stand together, we can make a difference in someone's life. May God bless the city of Shreveport, and may God bless the families that was affected.
Thank you to the mayor, sheriff, marshal, city council members, everyone present. Caddo Parish School Board members join me today to wrap arms around this district and around this community. It's a reality in 2026 that school districts must be prepared for active shooters. That's just a reality. Unfortunately, we're never prepared when one of those active shooters is a family member and it happens outside at that child's home. I wanted to let you know that my staff and I have visited both of the schools where those children attended. We have checked on those teachers. We have sent numerous counselors and mentors and also provided safe places at those schools where a child, as a matter of fact, just this morning I saw a classmate of one of the kindergartners just walking silently down the hall. And as she walked into that calming room, that counseling, that place of safety, she spoke to no one. She just put her head on the shoulder of one of those counselors and just cried. I also want to tell you the story of the principal that I talked to on the way to school this morning as she was getting ready to speak to all the staff to support the students. And she said, Mr. Burton, one of the things that's important that I want everybody to know is one of those 6-year-olds I just celebrated last week. Matter of fact, he had taken his DIBELS test that was testing his literacy rates. And when he first tested at the beginning of the year, he was well below basic. And just last week, I had the opportunity to celebrate him because he had met his benchmark goals. And last week, he was celebrated. Now, I think it's naive for us to think that anyone that's experiencing domestic violence is going to drive to a facility and get help. We all know of the kids, we all know of the neighbors, we all know of the community members out there who we know are experiencing this type of violence. Let's not let this day end without us being active and promoting getting them support. We will continue the support that we provided this morning, and thank you all. And I join all of the area leaders in wrapping arms around this community, and we will continue to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, all of our partners and all of you that are here, our media partners as well. We continue to keep those who this has impacted at the center of our thoughts and our prayers. As a community, we must remain focused on supporting one another and lifting up those who are hurting. Our community faced great challenges, but I believe that we can make it through. We will not allow this moment to define who we are, nor who our city is. Sometimes in life, we have to ask the question, who comforts the comforter in times like these? And so I'd like to leave with you all. If this situation was at a ceremony at church, and one would ask me the question, Pastor, how do you handle death?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I don't have all the answers, but I do have 3 things that we could do. Number 1, we love them. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. After we love them, we loose them. Because when this earthly house of this tabernacle be dissolved, we got another building. And that building is not made with hands. We love them, we loose them, and lastly, we lean on Jesus. I'd just like for you to do one thing for me, and we'll close this out. But would you just tell somebody, lean on Jesus? And how we lean on Jesus is because we testify to the fact that the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. Again, we'd like to thank all of you for coming. We're going to ask that my friend and brother, Dr. Jerome Cox, would come and offer a closing word of prayer. And again, thank you all for coming. On this evening at 6 o'clock, there will be a prayer vigil at the location at Linwood and 79th, and also on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, there will be a prayer vigil there at the same place. But there were members of the family here. Are they still here? Did they leave? Okay. We ask that you would just continue to pray for them. At this time, Dr. Cox will give us our closing prayer.
Thank you, Pastor Green. Let us pray. Father, we recognize what the word tragedy means, a great loss of sorrow or disaster. We understand the impact that it's had on this community, and we're asking you, God, to grant us a measure of comfort. We need you to provide comfort to that family. Let our prayers be a blanket that will cover them with such love that they can rest in it. We trust you, God, because we know that at the end of the day, only you can provide a measure of comfort that is needed. Our city has been rocked to the core. We have been tested today, Lord. So what we're asking you is grant us some measure of favor, some insight as to how we move forward. And the way we do it is leaning on you and trusting that all is well in the bosom of God. Bless our city council, bless our mayor's office, bless the commission and all of those that are in the midst. We ask that the media tell this story that will bring peace and comfort to this family. This is what we need, unity. So today we pray above all that God, you would galvanize us together, that we'll be closer, stronger, and wiser together, knowing that what this has done, it has not divided us, but it's united us for a greater good, for a greater cause. We don't know that at this moment, but we're trusting you to shine light on that. Because today, in spite of the struggle, it's a good day, God, because it's a day in which we bring about hope, hope for the family, hope for our community, and hope for the greater good. In Christ's name we pray. Amen and amen.
And lastly, we'd like to thank Dr. Ralph Johnson for who is liaison with the council for pulling and doing his part to make all of this happen. At this time, if there are any questions for anyone, we will have questions and answers at this particular time. Yes, sir.
Chief Smith.
Chief Smith.
You and other leaders have been talking about the domestic violence issue in the city repeatedly over the course of the year.
That's correct.
Included in your comments have been that domestic violence is preventable and we as a community need to do better. Was this situation preventable? How can we do better?
I would have to say to some degree, yes. All evidence and indications are that this erupted as a domestic dispute between parties that led in that direction. And the chances are good that this was not the first time, as it's been said and can be confirmed. Usually domestic violence extends over a period of time. There are multiple incidents, and eventually it leads up to maybe similar violence that we saw this past weekend. So it's been said quite a bit throughout today. Help is available for everyone. If you see something, say something.
Chief, can we clarify the Bossier City into this? Did the suspect take his own life or was he shot by officers?
We are not sure there was an exchange of gunfire. It has not been determined yet what was the exact cause of death. Louisiana State Police is investigating that, and I would have to defer all questions concerning that portion of this incident to them.
But you can confirm that SPD officers did fire.
Yes.
At the suspect.
Yes.
But it's unclear if he took his life, if he may have fired the shot initially and then they fired in response.
That I don't know. Certainly, as I said, the Louisiana State Police at some point or another will have definitive information about what exactly occurred. Yes, sir.
Chief Smith, did Elton show any signs of drug abuse, mental health issues that come from the investigation?
I don't want to talk too much about the investigation because it's ongoing. I will say that his name was in fact in our system for some events sometime in the past.
Has he been arrested?
I don't know.
Are investigators working with the National Guard to learn more about his background?
The FBI, our partners, that is a piece that they're taking on to find out as much as possible about Mr. Elkins' past.
Chief, where did he get the gun? He was a felon. He shouldn't have had. He couldn't purchase one, correct?
The ATF, we've been in communication with their agency this morning, yesterday, and that is a piece of the puzzle that they're working on to confirm where the weapon came from, its origin, and its chain throughout its life, how it got to where it was.
Chief, do you have an update on the status and condition of the women that were injured in this?
My investigator advised me this morning that both are still with us. No one has passed. One that was shot multiple times is a lot more critical than the other one, but both are still in the hospital and recovering. And at some point or another, there'll be a lot more interaction between us and them when they get healthy enough to do so.
Chief, can you elaborate on the person who jumped off the roof and survived? Was this a child or an adult? And how did they escape?
Ask your question again, because it was.
If you can elaborate on persons to jump off the roof, if this was a child or an adult, and how did they escape?
It was a child and an adult, both that jumped off the roof, and they both are in stable condition.
Just for follow-up, what kind of firearm did the suspect have?
It appeared to be an assault pistol. What caliber, I'm not completely sure, but it was an assault-style weapon.
Chief, do you know why you went to that location in Bossier City? Have you been able to figure out what the significance was of that home where he went to at this point, or is that still part of LSP's testimony?
I'm not sure. We have some theories or possibilities, but that would be a part of a Louisiana State Police investigation to try to confirm why that address was important to him.
Chief, we've seen reports that Shamar and Shaniqua had separation proceedings that were going to happen today in court. Can you confirm if that's true?
I cannot confirm that at this point. I have heard that also, but my team has not positively confirmed that as of yet.
Chief, how recently was Shamar's name entered into the system, and can you go into the history that SP has had encounters with Elvis?
That I do not know. I was just advised that he did appear in our system. I don't know when and for what.
And Chief, can you clarify who the women were as far as involvement with regard to the victims and who they are in relationship to the man this year?
It is our understanding at this point, and still nonetheless more information has to be confirmed, that there was or still was a relationship between him and both parties.
So it was a wife and a girlfriend, wife and a child's mother?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. Do you know how many children each woman had lost, compared to one mother versus the other? I know that it was 8 children that were killed. You know,
I don't know exactly which children belong to which mother at this time, but both mothers had children whose lives were taken.
If there are no more questions, thank you all for coming. May God bless you. May God bless Shreveport. May He bless Louisiana, and may He bless America. Y'all have a great day.
All right, y'all. Let's see. Give me just a second.
Survivors, including 2 women, prayers, and as they continue to.
All right, let me see. I think I'm going to try to do one more video. If y'all will give me just a second. I don't know what this computer's doing, y'all. It's getting on my nerves. Let's see. All right, let me try to pull it back up. I make sure y'all double tap that screen for the like, please. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support of this live stream. Y'all continue to pray for, oh Lord, the families. Why is this thing? Okay. All right, y'all, I got to pull it back up. Let me. I didn't know. I was listening. I'm gonna listen to it again when I get off of here. But I didn't know there was another child that was shot that survived. I missed that. Um, let's see. I'm gonna play this one. This got body. Let me see. Thank y'all for being patient because I don't know why my computer want to be slow today. Mm.
This is an entirely domestic incident. So the suspect shot the mother of the child children first, then responded to this location and shot 8 children, 7 of which being his own.
To a heartbreaking and horrific mass shooting in Shreveport, Louisiana. 8 children between the ages of 1 and 14 were killed in what police are calling a gruesome crime scene.
Sunday morning in Shreveport, Louisiana. The sun hadn't come up yet. Most of the Cedar Grove neighborhood was still sleeping. Porch lights on, dogs quiet. A normal weekend, about to turn into the worst day this city has ever lived through. Inside one small house on West 79th Street, 7 little bodies were lying where they'd been all night, tucked into beds, pressed up against cousins and siblings, some still holding on to stuffed animals. None of them were going to wake up. An 8th child, a little boy, tried to make it out. He climbed up on the roof. Whoever put him up there, or whoever he followed up there, thought maybe up high meant safe. It didn't. He got shot on that roof, and his body stayed there until police found him. The oldest was 11, the youngest was 3. And the man who pulled the trigger wasn't some stranger who broke in. He wasn't a burglar. He wasn't a neighbor with a grudge. He was their daddy. 7 of those babies called him daddy. The 8th was blood too. A cousin, family. Before that morning was over, he'd be dead himself, shot down in another parish after carjacking a stranger and leading police on a chase. His wife would be in a hospital bed with a bullet in her face. His girlfriend would be fighting for her life in the ICU. This is the story of April 19th, 2026. This is the Shreveport tragedy. And we need to talk about how it got to this. To understand that morning, you have to understand Shamar Elkins, or at least who people thought Shamar Elkins was. He was 31 years old, born in Shreveport, raised in Shreveport, known all over Shreveport. From 2013 to 2020, National Guard. His job titles sound important on paper: Signal Support Systems Specialist, Fire Support Specialist. He never got deployed overseas. He left the Guard as a private, no medals, no combat record. But he wore that uniform for 7 years, and to the people around him, that meant something. That meant discipline. That meant a man who could be counted on. He was a father 7 times over. 3 boys, 5 girls. His life on paper looked full. Church on Sunday, birthdays.
Something off about this woman. She said he was a father 7 times over, but how is that possible with 3? What she said, 3 boys, 5 girls. That's not. Sometimes in these videos, y'all, there'll be misquotes and things of that nature because the ages that she mentioned were off too as well. But you got to remember when stuff like this happens, these content creators they try their best to put a video together quickly, very quickly, and a lot of times some of the things they say, and that's why it be misinformation going around because you have to be real careful when you're putting these stories out. But we're gonna continue to listen. Maybe she meant it was 5 girls and 3 boys that were unalive. Altogether it was 8. So maybe that's what she meant.
School pickups, a house with children's voices in every room. His wife was the mother of most of those kids. Other children came from other relationships. The Pughs, the Snows, the Elkins kids. Different last names, but all of them born from him. Cousins in and out of the house. A whole web of little lives tied to this one man. Now the cracks were there. They'd always been there. Back in 2019, Shamar did something that should have been a red flag the size of a highway billboard. He fired a handgun near Caddo Magnet High School. Children were outside. Bullets were going off in the direction of a school full of kids. You'd think that kind of thing would get a man put away. It didn't. He pleaded guilty to illegal use of jail, no mandatory treatment. He walked out of that courtroom, went back to his life. A man discharged a firearm near school, and the system looked at him and said, "Stay out of trouble for a year and a half and we'll call it even." 7 years later, those same hands would be used to end 8 young lives. On social media, the picture he painted was a beautiful one. A few weeks before the killings, he posted an Easter photo. Him and his children all dressed up, fresh out of church, Sunday best, little bow ties, little dresses, smiles lined up across the couch. A man who looked blessed. Hours before the shooting, he posted again. This time about taking his oldest on what he called a daddy-daughter date, a burger spot. Just the two of them, the kind of post you scroll past 100 times a day and never think twice about. That little girl had no idea. Neither did the internet. But 10 days before that morning, something had shifted. A post went up that hit different. Something about mental health. Something about praying. And not a clear cry for help. Not something you could screenshot and send to 911. Just a man who sounded tired, sounded low. Sounded like he was carrying something heavy and didn't know where to put it down. People scrolled past it. What most of the world didn't see was the rest of it. Shamar and his wife were separating. There was a court date coming up. Custody. The formal end of a life they had built together. Anybody who has ever been through it winds you up. It backs you into corners of yourself you didn't know existed. For some people, separation is a paperwork process. For others, it becomes a pressure cooker with no release valve. Shamar Elkins was in that pressure cooker. Cedar Grove, where this all happened, I will tell you everything about Shreveport if you know how to read a neighborhood. Working class, quiet, families that have been on the same block since the 90s. One man who lives on that same street, 71 years old, said he's lived there since 1991 and never in his life heard of anything like what happened. Never. Not on that block. Houses sit close together in Cedar Grove. Kids run between yards. You know which car belongs to which neighbor. You hear the music, you hear the dogs, you hear when something isn't right. On the night of April 18th, going into the 19th, that block was doing what every American neighborhood does on a Saturday night. Lights went off one by one. Kids got tucked in. Parents finished their shifts and their dinners and their bedtime stories. Inside that one house on West 79th Street, 8 children were settling in. Soraya Snow, 11 years old, the oldest, the helper, Marcaden Pugh, 10, Layla Pugh, 7, Kayla Pugh, and Kadarian Snow, both 6, Braylon Snow and Shayla Elkins, both 5. And the baby of the bunch, Jayla Elkins, just 3 years old, a toddler. Still learning her full sentences. 7 of those babies shared a father. 1 was a cousin. All of them were hours away from being gone. Now, before we get into exactly what happened when the sun came up on that block, do me one favor. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. We tell these stories so that the babies like Jayla and Soraya and Braylon don't become a number. So that the signs nobody caught the first time get caught the next time. Subscribe, share this video with somebody who needs to hear it, cut and stay with me. Because the next part of the story is the part Shreveport is never going to be able to forget. The last 24 hours of those children's lives looked so normal that nobody could have called it. Nobody. Saturday, April 18th, 2026. Shamar Elkins did what a lot of separated dads try to do when the marriage is falling apart. He leaned into the father thing. Hard. He took his oldest daughter out, just the 2 of them, and he posted about it online. Daddy-daughter date, burger spot, a hug on camera, some smiles. The kind of post you see your cousin put up and double tap without a second thought. That same afternoon, the rest of the children were where they always were on a Saturday. Running around the house, watching something on a tablet, arguing over who got to pick the movie. Soraya, the 11-year-old, probably helping the little ones. Jayla, 3 years old, probably underfoot. Normal Saturday stuff. Shamar and his wife were in the middle of splitting up. The court date was coming. Custody. Who gets what? Who gets the kids when? Every fight you've ever had with a partner when a relationship is dying, they were having. Except with 7 children tying them together. 7 little reasons that separation was never going to be clean. 10 days before that night, Shamar had posted something about his mental health. A second, and then scrolled past. His friends scrolled past it. His family scrolled past it. Because the man right next to it on the feed was posting pictures of his kids in their Easter outfits. Because the man right next to it was doing daddy-daughter dates. You don't think a man like that is about to snap. You just don't. The court date was hanging over him. The custody battle was real, and somewhere inside that head of his, the head that had worn a uniform for 7 years, the head that had fired shots near school back in 2019 and got away with probation, the head that was praying online one day and posting burger photos the next. A decision was getting made. Not a crime of passion, not a snap, a decision. Saturday night, the children went to bed. Most of them fell asleep together. Cousins and siblings curled up the way kids do when there's a house full. Their mother was in the home. Their cousin was in the home. Outside, Cedar Grove was doing what it always did on a Saturday night. Cars settled on the street, television shut off. The block went quiet. Nobody on that street had any idea that Shamar Elkins was about to do something Shreveport had never seen before. 5 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, April 19th. Cedar Grove is asleep. The first scene was not on West 79th Street. It was on Harrison Street, at the home where girlfriend was. Police, Shamar Elkins went there first. He shot her, multiple times, critically. She was still breathing when officers finally got to her, but the rounds he put in her were the kind you have to fight for hours to survive. He left her there, alive, but barely. Then he got in a vehicle, and he drove. Harrison Street to the 300 block of West 79th Street, about a quarter mile. 5 minutes at that hour with no traffic. A quarter mile between the 2 women in his life, and the 8 children about to die in between. He walked into that house on West 79th. His wife was there, the mother of most of his children. He shot her in the face. And then he kept going. The children were asleep. According to the Shreveport police spokesperson, to have been shot in their sleep, shot in the head, one after another, a small caliber handgun in his hand. 7 little bodies. Jayla, 3, Shayla, 5, Braylon, 5, Kayla, 6, Kadarian, 6, Layla, 7, Markaden, 10, Soraya, 11.
We began with a community grieving after a mass shooting in Louisiana. 10 people were shot in Shreveport. 8 were killed, all of them children. The gunman also dead. Police say the attacks happened at 2 homes. CBS's Jason Allen is there for us tonight with the details. Jason.
Sharika, good evening. People are still filling the Shreveport neighborhood tonight, emotional and upset over this shooting that happened both at this house behind me and another one just up the road. And police told me in the last hour it was a survivor of the shooting who escaped and called them to tell them about it. Just after 6 o'clock this morning, when police got here, they found 10 people had been shot. 8 of them had been killed. And as you mentioned, all 8 of those were children. Police also confirming for me that at least 7 of those 8 children were the children of the shooter, who they identified as Shamar Elkins. After the shooting, police say that Elkins carjacked someone just down the street, got into a pursuit with police, stopped. They say he produced a handgun and police officers shot him there at the scene. Louisiana State Police tonight are also involved in this investigation.
This is a tragic situation, maybe the worst tragic situations we've ever had in Shreveport.
I don't know what people think in the crevices of their mind to want to harm another human being, let alone that of children who have their whole life ahead of them.
The police spokesperson had to stand at a podium later that day and describe what his officers walked into.
This is entirely a domestic incident. So the suspect shot the mother of the child children first, then responded to this location and shot 8 children, 7 of which being his own. There was an additional child at this residence that was not akin to him. However, we're still working on relationships and whose parents for whose. It's a very hectic scene. There's a lot to investigate, a lot to unpack, and we want to do the best we can to come up with a clear timeline, a clear reasoning, even though cases like this, the reasoning will never be fully understood. We were contacted for the shooting. Our officers responded, located the scene, located the 8 individuals, the children that were dead, and they tried to provide aid where they could, but ultimately were unable to save any of them. There was a child that jumped off the roof. We were able to get him to a hospital, and he is expected to survive. There's also 2 adult females that were injured during this mass shooting. They are both in critical condition. We are hopeful that they will survive. One is significantly more critical than the other. So we all keep their families in our thoughts and prayers.
He didn't reach for poetry. He said the scene was disgusting and evil. He's been a cop a long. He'd never seen anything like this. One child tried to get out, climbed up onto the roof of the house next door, trying to hide. I'm trying to disappear, trying to be anywhere else on earth. He got shot on that roof, and his little body stayed up there until the sun came up, and officers started trying to figure out where everybody was. A teenager, separate from the 8 children killed, was also at the scene that morning. That teenager tried to escape, fell off a roof trying to get away, ended up with non-life-threatening injuries, police said, alive. But that teenager saw and heard things that no human being should ever have to carry, and is going to carry them for the rest of a long life. Right around 6 a.m., the first 911 call came in. Reports of a domestic disturbance in the 300 block of West 79th Street. Officers started rolling toward the address. By the time the first Shreveport police units pulled up, Shamar Elkins was gone. Outside, near the intersection of Linwood Avenue and West 79th, he did the next thing on his list. He carjacked somebody, took the car, drove off into the morning. Behind him, in that house, 7 children were dead in their beds. 1 was dead on a neighbor's roof. 2 women were bleeding out in 2 separate homes. A teenager was on the ground outside. And the first officer to walk through that front door on West 79th Street was about to see something that will be in his nightmares until the day he dies. The scene that greeted officers that morning was not one scene. It was 4. Harrison Street, West 79th Street, the streets in between where a carjacking had happened, and a place still miles away where the ending was still coming. Shreveport police called it an extensive scene unlike anything most of them had ever worked. And Chief Wayne Smith stood at a press conference that morning and told reporters he just did not know what to say. His heart was taken aback. He could not begin to imagine how something like this could happen. The Caddo Parish office moved in. They had 8 building and look at their babies, say the names out loud. Jayla, Shayla, Kayla, Layla, Markaden, Soraya, Kadarian, Braylon. 3 boys, 5 girls, ages 3 to 11. Inside the house, detectives were piecing together the sequence. Which room each child had been in, where each shell casing had landed, which doors were touched, which doors were skipped. They determined that the small caliber handgun Shamar Elkins used in most of the shooting wasn't his only weapon that night. When he finally confronted police later that morning, he was holding what officers described as a rifle-style pistol, assault-style, different weapon, heavier firepower. This was not a man who was unprepared. This was a man who walked out of his house that morning with more than one gun on him, knowing exactly what he was about to do. The detectives will spend months trying to answer the question that every grieving person in Shreveport is asking. How? How does a father get to a place where he puts a pistol to his children's heads while they're sleeping? How does a man who posted a daddy-daughter date post on Saturday afternoon end 8 children's lives on Sunday morning? They don't have a clean answer. Nobody ever does. Shamar Elkins never saw a courtroom for this. He never faced a jury, never heard the charges read out loud. After the carjacking, he drove out of Shreveport and into Bossier Parish. Louisiana law enforcement picked up the chase. They knew who he was. They knew what he had just done. When you are hunting a man who just killed 8 children, Bossier City, officers confronted him. Shots were fired on both sides. When the gunfire stopped, Shamar Elkins was dead in the street. 3 officers had discharged their weapons. At first, the assumption was that police gunfire brought him down. Then came the honest admission from Shreveport police. It is unclear whether Shamar Elkins died at the hands of the officers or whether he ended things himself with that rifle-style pistol. Louisiana State Police was brought in to investigate the shooting of Elkins. That's standard anytime officers are involved in a death. Shreveport police said nothing suggests any wrongdoing by the officers who responded. No officers were harmed in that final exchange. That was the one piece of anything close to good news that came out of Cedar Grove that day. And just like that, it was over. The man was dead. The children were dead. 2 women were in hospital beds fighting to survive. A teenager was being treated for injuries from a fall, and a whole city was waking up to anything like this. Not ever. City Councilman Grayson Boucher said that morning that the killings had more than doubled the city's homicides for the entire year. In a single morning, one man, one house. More than half of the city's murders for all of 2026. Mayor Tom Arsenault called it maybe the worst tragic situation Shreveport had ever had. The House Speaker, whose congressional district covers that neighborhood, called it heartbreaking. The governor of Louisiana said he and his wife were heartbroken. Everybody with a microphone said all the right words. The problem with the right words is that the right words don't bring 8 children back. Here's what this case keeps coming back to. Over 30% of the crimes in Shreveport are domestic. Over 30% of the murders in Shreveport are domestic. Domestic violence is not a private matter. It never was. It began between 2 adults in a failing marriage, and it ended with 8 caskets small enough to be carried by 1 pallbearer each. Shamar Elkins had given us a warning. Back in 2019, he fired a gun near a school full of children. Lived in that same community, raised those children, and kept access to those same kinds of weapons. Nobody went back to check. Nobody revisited him. Nobody asked if the man who shot near a school might one day be the man who would shoot at a child. He told us 10 days before the killings that something was wrong. He posted about his mental health, about prayer. We all scrolled past it. Not because we didn't care. Because there are 10 posts like that in every feed every day, and we have all learned to keep moving. That has to change. If you are in a relationship where the anger is getting louder, where the control is getting tighter, where the threats are starting to feel real, please get out. Call somebody. Tell somebody. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-7233. It doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter how small the thing feels. Make the call. If you are the friend or the family or the neighbor of somebody who is in a situation like that, don't assume somebody else is going to step in. Don't assume the Easter photo means everything is fine at home. Don't assume the daddy-daughter date post means the house is safe. Sometimes the loudest cry for help is the quietest post on a Tuesday afternoon. 8 children went to bed on a Saturday night in a neighborhood called Cedar Grove. 8 children did not wake up on Sunday morning. The youngest of them was 3 years old. Say their names. Jayla, Shayla, Kayla, Layla, Markaden, Soraya, Kadarian, Braylon. Before you go, I need you to do 3 things for those babies. Number 1, if you have not already, subscribe to Trending Tragedies and ring that notification bell so the next story we tell on this channel lands in your feed the day it drops. Number 2, drop a candle emoji in the comments. 1 candle for each of those 8 children, 1 for every one of them whose name deserves to be read today. Number 3, share this video. Send it to a friend, a sister, a coworker, a neighbor, somebody who might be in a house right now where something is starting to feel wrong. You never know whose life a share like that might save. Tell somebody you love that you love them tonight, because tomorrow is promised to nobody, not even to 8 little children in Shreveport, Louisiana.
All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for today. That's a lot. That was a lot. That's gonna be it for today. If I decide to come back in the morning, I'm not sure what I'm gonna cover. I know if there's any updates on this story, I'll probably cover a little bit more on this story instead of trying to break another one or get into the other ones that we've already broken into. But we'll definitely be back on Friday. I want to ask that y'all keep those families in prayer. And yeah, just pray, y'all. I appreciate y'all supporting this live stream today. Make sure if you didn't double tap the screen to like the live. Until then, y'all have a blessed, beautiful rest of your day. All right, be safe, be blessed, never stressed. And until next time, truth seekers stand up, and we out. Thank y'all so much.